Good evening, everyone. Hope you're all doing well, and welcome back to Alien Addict. So today is all about Bill Cooper, the man himself, but in the near future, you're about to find out the age-old question: does white vinegar cure clouds? Yes, I've done a video on this experiment, and it's absolutely hilarious. So bear that in mind. But nevertheless, let's get back to Bill Cooper and the intro. I've got to hit a button somewhere, and I don't know which one it is. Right, 3, 2, 1. Let's do it.
Their whole purpose throughout history has been to teach a small number of people how to become adept at controlling everyone else. Their goal is to destroy all existing religions save theirs and shackle the mob in a system of eternal oppressive debt chained to a computer for the rest of their life, in a propagandized world to make them believe that they are happy in this system. Now, do you think they're succeeding? Haven't I described to you just now exactly what is going on in the world today? And I'm going to tell you right now, unless we can be successful in creating a real free press, where the American people get different viewpoints other than those expressed in the establishment-controlled media, there's going to be a civil war in this country, and it's going to come soon.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Alien Addict, a show where we discuss all things UFOs and aliens, to the paranormal, and our pursuit into the mysteries of the unexplained. Welcome to the show, and welcome to our new listeners and subscribers. And please do me a favor and smash that like button and hit subscribe so you get notified if you do. And that music's going to play again. Wait for it. Hold on. Oh, it stopped. Oh, StreamYard, you've done something good. I tell you what, StreamYard's been an absolute nightmare recently. It's just like me bitching already. What am I doing? So let's go on with the show. How's it going? Oh, Francella? Alan, how's it going? Welcome on to the show. Corbell's Cats. Nice to see you, man. Rotary Matrix. I'm going to call you Motion then, buddy. Stephen Hunt, welcome on in. Oh, did you put that lovely poem on the comment section? I think on the last show. That was very clever of you. It actually took me by surprise, actually. I'm sorry I was a bit late for getting back to you, but honestly, there's a lot of time and effort to put it in. But yeah, guys, go check it out. Stephen Hunt, I believe, is the person who put a lovely poem about me and ufology and everything. I was put a massive smile on my face, brother. So yeah, much appreciated. John Strokes, how's it going, brother? Nice to see you. It's Sandy, how's it going? Who's this? Right, you're banned. I don't want you in. Get out of here, right? And Mark Jeffries, how's it going? Nice to see you. So yeah, we're all here. If I missed anybody, Yes, I had to read it in my head and not out loud. I would read it, but I'm going to screw it up. But no, thank you so much. That was very kind of you. Very kind. Hey, Jose, how's it going, man? How's it going? But so yeah, nice to see everyone in chat. Nice to see everyone in chat. So today, it's obviously about Bill. Oh my god, this year I 420 a bit too hard. So, newsflash. I'm going to drink my J2O. It's a mocktail because tomorrow I'm going to get fucking hammered because I'm going to a party. Yeah, I can't 420 in the lounge anymore. I respect my missus' wishes and say, look, okay, you caught me last time and I was in big trouble. That was on Hidden Underbelly show, which was a good show. We like to 420, but I just have to step out, which takes me like 5 steps just to quickly 420 and then come back in. We could do that when we're playing a video. So, So I'm drinking a tropical punch. It's a mocktail. I needed something sweet. So well, today is about Mr. Bill Cooper. So there's a lot of videos I'm going to be playing, to be honest with you guys. But before we get to that, there's one thing I haven't shown in a while. It's what I've been watching and a catch up, which I definitely would recommend because there's a lot of fear mongering at the moment, especially watch the news now. I go watch the news. The only time I watch the news is when I go see my nan every Wednesday, or every couple of weeks on a Wednesday. And she cooks me roast dinner. Can't say no, but she puts on the news. And I just like the garbage they put out is just unbelievable. And nothing that's actually relevant to anything. I mean, we get the news from Twitter, X. I keep calling it Twitter. It's basically X and the alternative movement, whether or not that's actually the truth. But you're actually seeing the world for what it is. But my nan is completely clueless. It's not her fault. It's not her fault, guys. You know, she's 90. Well, that's not what she's talking about. She's like 88, I think. Still strong, still sound mind, but no, she's still going. She's still going. And but anyway, she wouldn't watch something like this called Big Mouth. Now, if you just want a good laugh, go check out Big Mouth. I think there's season 4 now. It's extremely dirty. I have to admit, it's all about teenage younglings, I would say, that are basically growing up, and obviously sex, it's pretty much on the table at that point, you know, with any sort of teenager. And basically, oh god, hang on, I saw you spoil it already. But yeah, basically, these teenagers have got these hormone monsters. These almost like no one else can see them, but except themselves, and they're just extremely perverted and all that, and they make them doing like horrendous stuff in terms of like masturbating and all that. Look, it's a bit crude. If you want a good laugh, go check it out. It's called Big Mouth. It's not everyone's cup of tea, but nevertheless, me and the missus do get a good laugh out of it. And yeah, it's just go watch it, try it. You know, like I said, it's not everyone's cup of tea. Right. Secondly, okay, I was a big fan of Bo Selector. So the people that don't know Bo Selector, it was a Channel 4 program. Basically, this guy here would basically dress up in these masks. One was like Craig David and like Michael Jackson. Here's a typical thing. And I'm telling you something now, absolute pile of wank. It's not even funny. It's actually quite cringe. And this was so popular back in the early 2000s. Could anyone in chat remember this? Bo Selector. If it's all on YouTube, if you want to go watch it, but I tell you what, it does not hold up. But I don't recommend it. Yeah, honestly, it's go figure. Yeah, Bo Selector, not on. If you're thinking about it, trust me, don't. Yes, I remember that one. It's like Space Chickens, yeah. But yeah, all right. Get what I see, Sandy. It's I thought it was good at the time. And bear in mind, this is what, early 2000s. So I must have been like 10, 11 years old. Does not hold up. It's not even funny. Right. Okay. Secondly, not a lot of people have heard about this. Strutter from MTV. Hey, SMR. How's it going, man? Welcome on into the... Oh, my God. I'm screwing my words up already. Welcome into the show, brother. So, yeah, this is called Strutter on MTV. Around about 2007 to about 2012. It was like 3 seasons of this, and this is extremely crude, rude. It has the most swear words you've ever heard in a TV show, and it's called Strutter. If you put MTV Strutter, go check it out. It's yeah, like I said, not everyone's cup of tea, but I recommend it. You know, if you're not too sensitive, yeah, that's Strutter there. But today it's all about the man himself, Bill Cooper. And here are some quotes here. Dare I read? Okay, so there been a lot of predictions from Mr. Cooper himself. So this was taken on, okay, the Americans got the dates different to English. So that would have been the 28th of June, 2001. So that's 3 months before 9/11. Be prepared for a major attack. But it won't be Osama bin Laden. It will be those behind the New World Order. However, it goes to happen that they are going to blame on Osama bin Laden. Don't even believe it for a second. So yes, he knew the game that was being played, and I think looking at Bill Cooper's life now, I in regards of his book, I haven't bought his book and I haven't read it, but go through a lot of presentations of Bill Cooper. Oh God, I can do so many parts on Bill Cooper. So treat this as like a part one. So we're just going to go through like the basic of his life. We'll go through his presentations because there's a lot of information he's put forward that is really interesting, especially about the moon landing, the Majestic 12 documents, some cattle mutilation, like really, really good stuff. That's back in the early 90s, I should say. Early 90s. Actually, late 80s, early 90s. Because his book came out in 1990. I think it's 1990, actually. Well, I'll tell you what. Let's bring up the notes. Okay. Now, bear in mind, okay, I do use AI or ChatGPT. Okay, all right, just to help me get things in perspective. So I'm just going to read that. I'm a content creator. Don't blame me. So his real name is Milton William Bill Cooper. And he was born on May the 6th, 1943. And he died on November the 5th, 2001. This was shortly after 9/11 itself. And he was this is according to ChatGPT because it puts things in perspective. I have to. So don't blame me for the lack of, putting a script up because that's what I normally do. But, let's go what it says. So yes, he was an American conspiracy theorist, radio broadcaster, and author, best known for his 1991 book, Behold a Pale Horse. He became a central figure in conspiracy theory communities, remained in influential and fringe circles, especially among UFO enthusiasts, well, like me, militant groups, and anti-government movements. So key facts about Bill Cooper. So he had a military background. He was brought up on a military base, really. I mean, his father was high up in the military. I think he was in the Navy, actually, if I remember rightly. And so his whole childhood would just remain in these sort of army-based, very strict routine, very patriotic background, especially growing up, which why he led himself into the army and the U.S. Navy itself and naval intelligence. He said he had access to classified documents, which he claimed to reveal information about secret government programs, UFOs, and alleged New World Order conspiracies. And finally, the JFK files. Back in the 90s, guys, there was, hey, Mark, don't worry, man. We just literally just started, brother. Literally just started. Don't worry, man. Yeah, rotary. I have to admit, I know AI gets a lot of shit for like artwork and stuff, but when it comes to information and links, it's actually done me a great amount of favor. So yeah, don't knock it. You know what I mean? So at this time, the New World Order, that was barely hear about it nowadays, unless you go back to like old school YouTubers like Ben the JR Reporter and stuff like that. Now it's all about the global reset. The EEF, the World Economic Forum. I say these names that just doesn't help Alien Addict at all. But yeah, the New World Order conspiracies were talked about the Bush. Was it George Bush Senior? No, not Junior. No, it would have been Senior. In 1990, did say, "Hey, Ship Pop, how's it going?" He actually said that they're going to bring out a New World Order and 1,000 year of light, which is sort of a Hitler thing to say, to be honest with you. Gonna be honest. But the thing is with Bill is that a lot of his military claims could be disputed because of the lack of verified evidence. This is the thing. Things back in the day is a lot of trust me bros. All right. So we kind of got to require that to Bill Cooper's philosophy in terms of what information is put forward. All right. So yes, his book, which is well known for in the conspiracy and alternative movement. It was published in 1991, and this was called the Behel. Oh my God, Nick, come on, slow it down. Behold, a pale horse. That's right. And it's all to do with government conspiracy theories, UFOs, aliens cover-ups, New World Orders, fears and claims of secret societies like the Illuminati and Freemasons. Do you know what? The Illuminati, yeah, it was senior. Yeah, so I get confused by the two. Hey, Jabba Music Man, how's it going? Welcome on in, brother. Nice to see you. Nice to see you. I was going to say, yeah, the Illuminati doesn't get brought up a lot, or does it? In the alternative movement, nobody really talks about them as the global elite, the shadow figures behind a realm that people can't see, the ones that are actually making the decisions. Freemasons, now that's been put in the conspiracy realm for a long period of time. I'm going to be honest with you. Someone who I know is high up in the Freemasonry. And I've asked him so many questions. And I tell him, look, this guy is genuine. I'd love to get him on the show. And he says, ask me any questions. So literally, ask me any questions. He says it's very open these days. Whether or not he's seeing the lower side and not what I'll consider like the 33-degree Masons, I know he's a master Mason. I know that for sure. But does he know the nitty-gritty details of what the alternative movement is saying? That there is a ruling class that are really got their hand in laws and making legislations and stuff like that. Got their hands basically in I can't tell you. You get the idea, you know. They're sort of in the the realm of the government, which they are. I mean, everyone knows that people that are in government and councillors, any day walks of life of people are Freemasons. I know that for sure. So that side of the conspiracy has been really put into fruition here. So I'm not too sure about Freemasons, possibility. But the Illuminati, who are the Illuminati, though? Who are they? I always ask them, they say, oh, the Illuminati. I'm like, yeah, but who are they? Could you name the people? It'd be like, oh, well, it's George Bush and all that. It's like, but are they part of the Illuminati, the enlightened ones? This is it. I need something because that word gets brought up a lot, but there's so many theories behind it, and there's not really any solid evidence. I might be wrong on that one. I might be full of shit. But anyway, his book was extremely influential, especially through alternative and conspiracy theory alike, and still widely read despite it's filled with unverified claims and misinformation. Take any information in the conspiracy realm with a pinch of salt, okay? There's one thing I've learned in the past 6 months. It's okay to think different to other people. A lot of what the conspiracy people are saying, the conspiracy realm, the alternative movement are saying, I don't really agree with. And I'm going to get to something later, a bit drama-filled, and I don't want to go there, but I think it's worth talking about. It's to do with the MH370. We'll get that in a minute. But in regards of information, guys, you just have to be so careful of believing anything that's been put out on the internet, okay? Just go with a 50-50 approach. I think that's a more mature way instead of just believing in anything, you know. I don't want to go into the chemtrail community, but it's like that sort of echo chamber, and it clouds your judgment. You know, for me, I have to go 50-50. So any information that Bill Cooper says or any information I come across on the internet, on even my books, I go 50-50 with it. All right. But I always have that open mind. Okay. So the radio show, The Hour of the Time, was a shortwave radio program where he spread his theories and warned about the government tyranny, which obviously a bit like Alex Jones. We get to that in a minute. He became known for practicing that false flag events would be used to justify wars or crackdowns on civilian liberties. Yeah, he did predicted that, and that was called 9/11, darling. Famously claimed before 9/11 that Osama bin Laden would have blamed for his major terrorist attacks. This predicted later drawn attention, but many say it was more general speculation than fuck it, why not just saying that word? Hey, John P. Adventures. It took me away from my script and the word I was supposed to say. How's it good, man? You and your beautiful long hair. Not gay, by the way. Okay. But yeah, go check out John P's Adventures. I upload pretty much every day, brother. It's awesome. It's awesome. So yeah, continuing. It's Death in 2001. Now this is where it gets a bit sketchy. Okay, I'm going to bring out Jordan Maxwell as well, who was one of my. Great man. Yeah, I've been there once, man. I tried it about probably last year and I gave up. But never mind. I'll stick with short hair for now, as long as I still bloody got it. But yeah, going back to 2001 with Bill Cooper, obviously there's a lot of speculation about his death and what actually happened. Jordan Maxwell, who was a yes, oh thank you, Rotary. Oh, you got audiobook. Oh, brilliant. Okay, fantastic. All right. Oh, it's on YouTube. Brilliant. Yeah, I was super gay, isn't it, man? I was, woo! I'm fucking wearing a vest as well. Look at that. Not helping. There's fucking disco lights around me. But no, thank you, Rotary. No, I don't, brother. No. I did have. I'll have a look in a minute. See if we had to buy it on eBay. It's mostly in America. Okay. I've lost bloody track. So I've got the book. I'm gay. You got the audio version, and I was talking about something. Hold on. Yeah, his death. So Jordan Maxwell. So Jordan Maxwell talks about Bill Cooper because there was an interview and there was some like debunking. There was not say like an argument like an Alex Jones was with Bill Cooper. I just want to touch on it just on a bit because obviously Jordan Maxwell passed away about 3 years ago. So he lived quite a full life. I tell you what. eBay. Where's eBay? Oh, yeah. Oh, by the way. Okay. Something's going to probably bore you. Right. I've got something I'm going to open and unpackage. It's going to be boring as shit for you guys. But let's bring Bill Cooper up. Okay. Actually, no. What I was going to do. Behold a pale horse. Oh. A pale horse book. Because I want to get the original. Okay, I'll tell you what. Let's bring this up. And I tell you what, we're just going to play like a load of videos and we're going to sit back and relax. I want to speak to you people in chat and yeah, just enjoy some Bill Cooper. Right, first things first, I want the original. I don't want any pre... Okay, this is 1999 version there. So that one you're seeing at the moment there, that is about £58. And it's about 20 quid. So yeah, I could get it from America. It's not that bad of a price, come to think about it. If you put rare UFO books. Rare UFO books. Oh yeah, I've got my eye on that one there. Yeah, people are going to sell it for like 110. They're really going to milk it for what it's worth. Hey, I got these 2 books. Hey, yeah, like that. That's the one I want to get. And it's so much money. Yes, very rare. I understand that. Thank you very much. I love these UFO books. I really do. Awesome. Okay, Bill Cooper. Let's do it. Right, let's get back to the chat. Bill predicted a lot of false flag events. He did, but we'll get into some videos on that as well. Yes, he did it as well. Shit, where is that? I tell you what. Twitter. I have to bring up Twitter. Oh, Ray, big thank you for uploading, or not, you didn't upload, you basically put out a load of Bill Cooper videos and I actually used one of them for my intro. So I do appreciate that, man. Yeah, much appreciated. Nice short videos as well. So saying that, let's bring up Twitter. Bookmark. Oh, I'm going to get to Lou in a bit. Oh, Jesus Christ. Okay. I think this is this one. Okay, so this is Bill Cooper. Yes, it was on the 28th of June, 2001. It's about 5 minutes long, guys. We're going to play a number of videos, but I've put to the points where they're really interesting. So just stay tuned. And we've got quite a lot to go through today, but I should be quite informal and quite interesting. And yeah, so Bill Cooper, everyone. Hello, Bill.
The largest intelligence apparatus in the world, with the biggest budget in the history of the world, has been looking for Osama bin Laden for years and years and years, and can't find him. Some doofus jerk-off reporter with a camera crew waltzes right into his hideout and interviews him. So why do all these fools believe this charade? That a CNN reporter and his little camera crew can do with all the money and all the assets and all the eavesdropping and all the intelligence and
so Jose, if something costs about $50 in America, it's about £35, and depend on the weight of the package, is probably about £20 for postage and package. So that's what you got to save for it, baby. All these rare books come from America. It's really, you barely get anything in England anymore.
And all the satellites and all the undercover operatives in the world can never do.
That's
it's because they're not trying. They don't want to. Osama bin Laden is their creation, and he is serving them well. I mean, is this some kind of incredible joke that people are so stupid they'll fall for this? And now we're being bombarded with messages that Osama bin Laden is planning to attack the United States of America and Israel. Let me tell you something. If he's an enemy of Israel and the Mossad can't find him, then this thing is the biggest joke that you ever heard of in your life.
Damn it. Never mind.
And I'm telling you, be prepared for a major attack. But it won't be Osama bin Laden. It will be those behind the New World Order who once again want to take the guns and the freedom away from the American people, because we're the only ones left in the world who can oppose the destruction of freedom in the world and then the implementation of a one-world totalitarian socialist government, and that is the goal. And whatever is going to happen that they're going to blame on Osama bin Laden, don't you even believe it.
This is quite interesting, because just picture yourself hearing this before 9/11 and going, this guy's on crack. And then the events unfolded just like he's saying. What you're hearing on the news, the lead up to the invasion of Afghanistan, and then Iraq. You know, that's for me, that's not a coincidence. This is just not a coincidence. And my God, YouTube are going to hate me for this, because we're going to conspiracy theory land at the moment. Fuck it. I don't care. It's great. I love this stuff. But do you see what I mean? This is just way too of a coincidence for him to get this spot on. And I'm going to say, I think we're due for another one.
Another social illusion, social engineering project to change the minds and the attitudes and the beliefs of the people of the world, and especially the United States, to bring about one world socialist totalitarian government. I wonder what...
Okay, so I'm sorry for pausing. The one world government, is that actually going to happen? David Icke has been talking about that for years. I understand a lot of what he said back in the day has come true, but the thing is, like the cashless society, we've still got cash. I can't see that going anytime soon, even though the digital ID is being pushed. But I can't see cash going away anytime soon, even though I'm not ruling that out. Now, the one world government, that has to be something big has to happen for that to happen. To change from a one world government and the rules behind that. Do you understand? It in a one way for world peace through like a false flag invasion.
alien invasion, so to speak, even like a terrorist attack, something that on that scale to unite the whole governments around the world as a one world government. I keep hearing that. I just don't understand how that's going to play out. But that was pretty much in the 90s, the building block of the conspiracy theory and the alternative movement was the New World Order was part of the one world government, cashless society. Yes, we're seeing crumbs of that happening now, and it has been for a long period of time, but it seems to be ramping up this game, the railroad track is just building, and then the fucking steam trains is going way ahead. You know, that's since COVID. Since that happened, there was like this agenda started to be being pushed forward. I started to notice.
Osama bin Laden's targets are supposed to be, and if they don't, if this doesn't materialize in the next 2 or 3 weeks, it will eventually materialize because
construction company.
They haven't succeeded in getting the guns out of the hands of the American people, nor have they succeeded in taking our freedoms away. In fact, there's been a great awakening in this country and a big backlash against these Marxist, communist, puke-faced, lying, subversive, Nazi, jackbooted Gestapo thugs that is gaining momentum.
We'll talk about the alien invasion.
And so I can tell you with a certainty, they must do something terrible in order to stop this backlash and regain the sympathy of the mass herds of sheeple out there. And supposedly, we're not the only nation searching for Osama bin Laden. So the vast economic resources, the vast technological resources, the vast personnel resources, the vast networks and intricate web spun over all these years by the CIA, the FBI, and the NSA can't find Osama bin Laden, but CNN can?
Oh, mate, bullshit, right? I tell you what, Ray, that is a word you cannot say on YouTube. I've done a deep dive onto that, and I tell you what, I don't think you ever become the same after that. That person. And yes, I have seen that photograph. I don't know whether or not it's actually part of the actual thing itself. But when that woman she's stating about those police officers, it's like, oh shit, something fucking big went down. And no one knows about it. No one knows about it. It's like fucking, it's so dark, man. I mean, that's the ultimate rabbit hole to go down, isn't it? It's fuck. Yeah, sometimes you just go like, tomorrow I'm getting fucking pissed as a fart with my boot camp people. It would be a lot of fun. I think we kind of need that once in a while, brother. You know what I mean?
What a crying shame. How in the world
could
this country, of all nations, breed such a dumbed down, unthinking, illiterate, uneducated, stupid, ignorant population?
Okay. All right. Well, you get the idea. Yeah, what can I say? He was pretty much on the nose, wasn't he? On a lot of things he's been saying. I really want to read his book. In fact, what I'm going to do when the next payday, I'm going to buy his book and I'm going to go read through it. You know, maybe, oh yeah, I know, Ray, you put down the, excuse me, actually, I'll probably make it easier for me. I'll probably go listen to the audio, but I still want the book because, hey, you got to have that in your collection. I've been waiting for a while to actually have that, believe it or not. So, yeah, we'll put that on the cards. Yes. Oh, hey, cool, Bow's Cats. Did I say hello to you, brother? I think I did. If not, welcome to the show. But yes, global the total totalitarianism. Fucking idiot. Socialism is here. Oh, look at England, brother. Look at it. It's even my nan's going, what the hell is going on, Nick? I was like, Nan, it's fine. We're on the same page. It's fine. I understand. It's yes, bro. Oh yeah, a spirited Spirited Kenny. Yes, I did say that right. Yeah. Welcome on in, man. Or sister, brother or sister. Yeah, nice to see you, man. Yeah, welcome into the show. So, have you heard of the rumors of Alex Jones and Bill Cooper having it off? Not in a gay way. I guarantee your mind went to that, didn't it? So at the time, Bill Cooper was doing his radio broadcast. Why can't you not see me? Yay, let's go. Yeah, at the time of the broadcast, he was doing his radio show. Alex Jones was extremely young at the time. He must have been in his probably early 20s. And he was talking about the New World Order, pretty much what Bill Cooper was talking about. And I think near the end, they had a bit of like a falling out. All right. So I'm going to play a video now so you can get the gist of what was actually going, the beef between these two people. Because it's like two egos, isn't it? They got Alex Jones, who's very enthusiastic, he's very hyper, you know. I admire his drive for sure. But Bill Cooper is very kind of, Bill Cooper just reminds me of a possible drunk. We'll get there in a minute. He would drink a lot, but if you pissed him off, you'll end up probably getting a shotgun straight in your face. You know, I don't know. You know, it's just the way that some people speak. You kind of get you get a hint of their deep emotions. You know, it's like when you see someone that's quite calm and then suddenly they explode, and you see that angry side of them, and it's like, oh shit. It's like what I thought you were is actually a completely different person. Do you know what I mean? So I'm not talking about myself there, all right? But I just kind of feel like Bill Cooper might be that sort of person. So yeah, oh my god, it's amazing with chat. You guys keep going. It's absolutely awesome, man. It's absolutely awesome. Mark G. So the Bilderberg group is holding their get together as we speak. Oh, really? At the moment? Where is it normally held? Is it in? I thought it was in California. I think they jot all around the US. I think, isn't it? So yeah. Let's have a little look. Yes, that was to do with the things we eat, which is quite nice. That shapes in a circle. Was that actually leaked online? The footage. I can imagine on the dark web. I have no idea. I've never even attempt to be on the dark web, let alone what it bloody looks like. Yeah, I do know what, a lot of information on that. It's through like X, keeps them popping up. I know sometimes you shared like posts on it, mate. And sometimes it's like, do you know what? Today's not the day. But then you're like, I'm just popping out to watch 5 minutes of it, and then fucking hours gone by, and it's completely fucking ruins your day. It's like, how do I stop this? You know, it's absolute. Hey, Sonia, how's it going? Nice to see you, man. Yeah, it can be quite dark. I have to admit. But yeah, welcome on, Sonia. Hope you're doing well, and yeah, welcome to the show. So let's bring up Alex Jones and Bill Cooper, and then I get into some presentations of Bill Cooper. Some really good stuff, really good information, especially about the MJ12 documents and the JFK files, which is quite interesting. So let's do this. Right, Alex Jones, another 6-minute video.
Apparently somebody called the Alex Jones broadcast and asked him why he didn't have me on the air, or asked him something about me. Alex Jones said he had me on the air once before, several years ago, and had to cut me off the air because of the foul language that I used. So on the air tonight, I'm going to tell you, Alex Jones, you are a bold-faced, miserable, stinking little coward liar. Now let me say that again so there's no mistake about it. You can all tell Alex Jones that I said this, and I suspect he's listening because he does. Alex Jones, you are a bold-faced, stinking, rotten little coward liar.
Oh, you're John's wife. Oh, right.
I was only on the Alex Jones.
Oh, Sonia. Oh, right. Okay. Oh, right. That makes sense. The person in the videos. All right. Oh, that clarifies things. Oh, nice to see you, Sonia. At least yeah, I've definitely seen you in John P. Adventures videos. Yeah, that's clarified things up. Yeah, awesome.
Show one time was years ago when I didn't know who he was, when I didn't realize what a liar and a coward and a sensationalist bullshit artist that he is.
I see.
He was on one little FM station down in Texas. He wasn't on all the stuff that he's on now. And I agreed to be on his broadcast. That's when I was doing guest appearances on broadcasts years ago.
Oh, thank you, Sonia. Have a good holiday as well.
I was not cut off. I did not use any kind of foul language whatsoever. He treated me very well.
Let's turn this up. Hold on.
And I stayed on for the whole show. Some of you in Texas know that that's true because you heard the broadcast and you taped it. Later, when I found out who Alex Jones was and what he was doing to the truth, and what a cowardly liar and sensationalist he really is,
right.
Every time he called me after that, I have always refused to appear on his broadcast. Absolutely refused to lend him any credibility whatsoever by appearing on his broadcast. And that made him very angry. I've also revealed him for the lying, sensationalist, bullshit artist that he is by every once in a while bringing to your attention the lies and the deceit and the rumors that he spreads over the airwaves that are not good for any of us, and they're not good for the nation. They are especially not good for militia and patriots. The most disgusting broadcast he ever did was on New Year's Eve.
That's good to hear. It's good to hear the good times.
2000. The New Year's Eve, 1999, bringing in the year 2000, which he went completely out of his mind and claimed that Russia had launched intercontinental ballistic missiles with multiple warheads at the United States of America and actually panicked millions of people who were putting their children and their belongings in their cars and heading for the hills. Now, there's lots of things that can be said about me. Nobody needs to lie about me. Sometimes I am irritating. Sometimes I absolutely will not suffer fools and am just as rude as I can be. Nobody has to lie about me, Alex Jones. So I suggest that the next time somebody calls your broadcast and asks them about me, you tell the truth. There's lots of truth that you can tell about me.
The truth.
But don't ever lie on me, buddy, because I'll chop you off at your ankles. I will chew you up. I will spit you out for the lying, stinking, rotten little coward that you are.
You see? It's that language. It's the tone. See what I mean? You don't want to piss this guy off, especially when he's drunk. Do you understand what I mean? See what I mean?
And that, ladies and gentlemen, is all I have to say about Mr. Sensationalist, lying, rumor-mongering, bullshit artist, Alex Jones. Good evening. You're on the air.
Yeah, hi, Mr. Cooper.
Hi.
Listen, that Alex Jones interview was directly after you published the Veritas June 26, 1998 issue about the Cooper family being targeted by the feds.
Yeah.
Yeah, I heard it.
Yeah,
And
back in 1990. So did he kick me off the air?
No, he's a liar, and you pointed it out, and I heard that interview, and you were nothing but cordial.
Yeah. Well, that's the truth.
That's the truth. Thank you.
Thank you, Virginia.
Bye-bye.
Alex Jones is a miserable, rotten, little, stinking, cowardly, bull-faced liar. Boy, you know, all of these people ought to know better than to mess with me, because I don't take any crap from anybody. And if I'm not afraid of the whole machinations of the entire government Gestapo, what in the hell makes Alex Jones think that I would ever be afraid of his cowardly little rotten butt? Good evening. You're on the air.
Yeah, Bill.
Mm-hmm.
I just wanted to let you know I verify what you said about that Alex Jones interview. They had it archived on the internet at one time, and I did hear that interview, and there was nothing wrong with what you did.
And I wasn't thrown off the air, was I?
Not a bit.
No. And that's the
So I think what happened here is that Alex Jones said something or took the interview off or edited it. I'm not too sure on that one, but possibly Bill Cooper took it the wrong way. He seems to be the type of guy that might do that, gonna be honest.
only interview I ever did with Alex Jones. As soon as I found out what he was doing and who he really was, he's called me
was
back
scripted
at least 100 times since then.
100%.
And I've always told him to take a hike. So anyway, thank you.
Yeah. See, Mark, see what I mean, Mark? Ah, Benny down! A bit out. Jeez, I'm so sorry. Fucking eardrums went then. Yeah, do you see what I mean, Mark? It's, you do have that angry, egotistical man behind it, but so is Alex Jones. And you got the two of them coming together. It's just going to fucking polar. It's like two magnets, two positive magnets come together. They're just going to retract against each other. Do you know what I mean? I'm going to be honest. We're looking through a lot of Bill Cooper's presentations. In fact, let's just bring one up now, actually. Is that the fact he's a very patriotic man. He's very patriotic. And I have to admit, he talks about Jesus a lot and God a lot and the Bible a lot. But there is this sort of stubbornness, aggressivity. I don't know. I just think things he would say, I would take with a pinch of salt. I'm just going to be honest. I think this is going to be a theme today. All right. It's going to be about the person. All right. Oh, God, I'm going to be talking about something I don't want to, but I think I really want to. But anyway, oh, God, I don't want drama. For Alien Addict, I don't want that. I don't want to be a drama farmer, but I want to talk about it. We'll get to it, trust me. Right, let's bring up some Bill Cooper. Go on then. These are the best presentations, and there's a lot of presentations. Like I said, guys, this is probably like part one, because I want to do an episode with Hidden Underbelly. Oh, by the way, Wednesday, do not miss Hidden Underbelly. We have a guest on. Not only is a guest, but it's a content creator who goes out and films stuff, and he's captured something that is, yes, it's UFO, but it's something military, and he's got a fucking close-up shot of it. And we've been interviewing him on Wednesday on Hidden Underbelly show, and I hope he turns up because I am not prepared for any show. We were supposed to be talking about the Registration Forest, like the old UFO case, and then Hidden spoke to me the other day. He's like, "Mate, hold off. We've got a guest coming on," and me and Hidden was just talking, and he was showing me the footage. I was like, "Oh, actually, this seems like really, really good footage." He actually goes out. I'm not going to spoil anything. Wait until Wednesday. Right, best one to do first. Let's bring up this. Oh God. Right, okay. To the person who owns this channel, please don't copyright me, or copyright strike me. Okay. You started it. Okay. You don't have to be aggressive to me at the dinner table because if you I sound like Bill Cooper, so don't cross the line because especially don't call me a cunt. I tell me to get out of the restaurant. This is the owner of this channel. We've had a bit of beef, all right? Okay. I don't want to talk about it. But yeah, I could have smacked him right there in the restaurant, and I thought, you know what? I'm going to be the bigger man here and just call your names. Which is not being a man at all. Oh, there's so much drama going on in the conspiracy realm. But yeah, so this is going to be a hit and miss for this one. Stepping stones to awareness. Great channel. Not too sure about the person though, but anyway, let's do this.
I was the head of the mixed gas deep saturation diving.
Okay, so I'm going to push ahead to some interesting information. Okay, let's do this.
In back alleys.
And apologies for the audio. Yes, this is 90s we're talking about here. We're using tape, so it's not exactly, the promising stereo quality that we deserve.
If they had known that I was going to do this, and if they had believed that I really knew what I was talking about, they would have stopped at nothing to prevent me from doing it. But once it was done, what they then have to do is practice damage control. They're not into revenge. Believe me, Henry Kissinger is not into revenge. They're practicing damage control. Damage control is discredit the man. Damage control is make the man a subject of ridicule. Damage control is do not, in any circumstances, let this man get on a TV talk show or TV program and tell you what he knows. Okay, second slide, please, Stan. This is a piece of research from another gentleman named Bob Exler, who, on his own independent research, discovered this information. This was one of my supervisors when I worked at CMTAC Fleet. Bobby Ray Inman was the deputy to the Chief of Staff of Naval Intelligence for the Commander-in-Chief of the United States Pacific Fleet. I worked directly for him. You can see by his path of promotion up the ladder that this man knew something nobody else did. And in a period of time where they could not account for his service, he was working directly in the alien projects.
I read about that.
Deputy
They're all cousins. They're all cousin fuckers, aren't they?
Naval Intelligence for the Commander-in-Chief of the United States
So-
Pacific Fleet.
Hold on. So was the British family, the royal family are connected to the Bush family. They're all cousins. They're all, they literally fuck each other. They're all like cousins to like incest that's go back to like hundreds of years. I'm not joking. There's even like a news report on it. Am that right, Rotary? I might be wrong on that one, brother. I know, I'm pretty sure I'm right, actually, to be honest.
To the Chief
Did hear it.
of Staff of all naval intelligence for the United States. Skipped over everybody else who was senior to him.
Yes.
In his own
Yeah.
research, Bob Exler discovered independently that I had worked for this man, which confirmed what I had said previously. Next. This is a letter from Mr. Bob Swan to Linda Howe, who wrote a book called An Alien Harvest. But I don't know what happened to the copies he gave me.
Hello,
which is
Sensei.
exactly what he should have said.
Nice to see
whether he
you.
has them or not.
How's it going? Welcome to the
Next.
show.
This is a document called the Eisenhower Briefing Document. Top Secret Magic, which is the correct security classification for alien information.
Right, okay. I didn't bring this up when me and Hidden did the show on MJ12 document. There's a lot of speculation whether or not this document is actually real or legit. Stanton Freeman, who I respect dearly as ufologist, sadly he's no longer with us, he says that these are real documents. However, I'm going to touch upon this on the next episode because Joseph P. Farrell has found the real documents stating that whatever crashed at Roswell was actually German, right? It's going to get a bit complicated. I want to put this in for next episode because the logistics of this document being real, I'm still like, I'm not too sure on it. I'm not too sure. This is obviously the MJ12 documents. Now, just listen to what Bill has to say here.
This document was sent on undeveloped 35 millimeter film to Jamie Chandray. When it was developed, this is what came out. A briefing document for President Eisenhower. There's a lot wrong with this document. I'm going to tell you right now, it's a forgery.
Okay, so he says this is a forgery. All right.
Nothing in this whole document is new to anyone. Nothing. Everything that's in this document, researchers and people in the UFO study field already knew, except those 12 names. That's the only thing that's new. I can tell you right now, there's only 2 people on there that I know for sure was a part of
Keep it in the family.
MJ12 or MJ12. One is Admiral Roscoe H. Hillenkotter.
Yeah, Rory, you're on the page as well. You think this is fake? Because I'm pretty much on the same page as you on this one, to be honest. The thing is, guys, look. Why is this document put out there? Always say that to yourself. Why? Why is this put out there? Is it to push the UFO community at the time in a different direction, hence where we are now in ufology. Okay. It's a very clear sign that the intelligence agency, the powers that be who are pushing the narrative of where ufology is at the moment, has been going on for a long period of time. Nothing has changed. In terms of where the topic is going, ufology, this is the other thing. And we've been talking about that for death, and it's not going in a good direction in terms of disclosure at all. In fact, there's more damage and more questions that needs to be answered more than anything else. So-called these whistleblowers. We'll talk about that in another episode. So this document, the MJ12 document, if we're going by this is fake, why is it pushed out there? Why? Is to push the people in different directions. Same tactics, guys. It's the same bloody tactics. It's exactly the same what we're seeing today. Don't trust what we're seeing. But this document always been put forward as being something logistic, real, so to speak. But I'm not too sure because there's other information that suggests that this could be fake. And I want to touch that on the next episode.
Director of the CIA would have been the top man in the organization, and Secretary James B. Forrestal, who I know was a member of MJ12 and was in charge. He was actually the man in charge of operations, who would have been MJ2, and was himself an abductee, was in charge of the first craft recovery at Roswell, New Mexico. And I'm going to tell you right now, if you want to know the truth about what happened at Roswell, New Mexico, read Whitley Strieber's book, Majestic. Just remember that the names in the book have been changed. The names of the projects and the organization have been changed. But the facts in that book are true. It is the true story taken from the diaries that were confiscated by the CIA.
Yeah, no worries, man. Have a good one. Sorry the signal's pretty shit in hotels. They mostly are, mate, anyway. But yeah, catch up anytime, man. And I'll see you soon, brother. Have a good one. Have a good weekend as well.
When James Forrestal was thrown out of the window at Bethesda Naval Hospital. And that should tell you something else. Whitley Street.
Sorry for stopping, but yeah, the Rothschilds go back for hundreds of years. Like nothing has changed. You know, they're like pretty much like the founding fathers, so to speak, of the Illuminati. You could say they're the part of the Illuminati. Definitely Freemasons for sure.
Is working for the CIA.
Yes.
As I will show you later,
CIA.
so are a lot
That's
of
the
other
word.
people. Okay, next. Now, you'll see up there attachment A. This is something else that is glaringly wrong with this document.
Yeah, Medjai 12. Yeah.
Special Classified Executive Order number 092447, TS/EO. TS means top secret, /EO means executive order.
Sorry for pausing. Oh, kind of. Oh, Jose, you got to tune in, man. Yeah, this might be up your street, brother.
Executive orders are always numbered consecutively, have been since the first one. President Truman, which, if this is correct, wrote that executive order. And
exactly.
The highest numbers that he ever wrote were in the 9,000 range.
No whistleblowers.
Eisenhower wrote in the 10,000 range. You can verify this yourself with records in Washington, which you can find in your own local library. You'll notice that this says 92,000. Whoever prepared this.
Oh, there's a word I can't say, and it begins with Q. Okay, Q. What can I say? Guys, put it in chat. I can't say Q. I cannot say that word on YouTube. Is a no. I believe that was put out for disinformation. The number, the letter of the alphabet, Q. I mean that basically was a disinformation campaign. Absolutely, for sure. Push the people in different directions.
Forgery was very smart.
Keep them on their toes.
They did put a 9 in the front, but they put one extra number in there so that smart people in the government would know that this was fake and would not act on it.
Next.
This is a memorandum for Secretary Forrestal. It is also a forgery, according to the documentation that I saw. This type things are very easy to do. As Harry Truman's signature on it, the signature is authentic. But you see, this also was on film. So you couldn't examine the real document.
Yeah, he jumped out
Let me show you
the
what's wrong with it. Right up here,
the hospital,
it says
didn't he?
Operation Majestic 12. The correct name of the operation is Operation Majority. Next. This is a legitimate document. This came out of the National Archives. It is real, there's no question about it. And it refers to the MJ-12
We'll get there, man.
Special
Don't worry.
Studies Project briefing.
We'll get there. I've got it saved.
So this does verify that there was an MJ-12 Special Studies Project.
Okay, man.
Next.
Cut it out.
This is a letter to Lee Graham. And this is from Jesse Marcel Jr. For those of you who don't know about it, in 1947 in July, early July, something crashed near Roswell Air Force Base. At that time it was Army Air Force Base near Roswell, New Mexico. Something crashed on a ranch belonging to a Mr. Brazel. Mr. Brazel didn't know what he was, but he'd never seen anything like it before, and apparently it happened during the night during a heavy thunderstorm. When he woke up the next morning and went out to see what that loud noise it was that he heard, he found debris scattered all over his ranch.
A person like a
It's
Lou,
strange
maybe?
stuff. You couldn't tear it, couldn't bend it. You never saw anything like it before. He saw hieroglyphics on it. He saw stuff that looked like tinfoil out of cigarettes. He saw stuff that looked like paper with pressed flowers in it. And
Yes,
he thought,
that's
gee,
it.
some strange airplane has crashed.
That's the one.
So he went and called after a couple of days, 2 or 3 days, I believe.
Yeah, misdirection.
Called
That's the word,
Air Force
Mark. Yeah,
Base and
spot
told
on,
them
mate.
about this. Well, they sent a man out named Jesse Marcel. Jesse Marcel picked up all this stuff. He was an Army intelligence officer.
I thought it was bullshit, first of all, when I heard about it. I was just like, where's this information coming from? Oh, it's coming from Twitter. It's coming from like emails and stuff like that. Whoa, like, hold on, let's just get some verification first of all. As a researcher myself, it's extremely important to find out where the information is coming from. Okay, where is it coming from? Who's given this information? Why am I receiving this information? Always think why. And that thing there, it was like, oh yeah, clearly bullshit. Clearly.
Picked up all this stuff, took it home with him, because it was late at night by the time he got all loaded in his car. It was a long way out to the Brazel Ranch. When he got home, he took some of it inside, dumped it on the table, and had his son look at it.
Yeah,
And
a bit of
this is
a bag
a
on that
letter
guy, to be honest with you,
Lee
mate.
Graham from
I understand.
Jesse Marcel Jr. saying what he saw. And what I saw in 1947 is unlike any of the current aircraft ruinage I've studied. This craft was not conventional in any sense of the word, and that the remnants were most likely that what was then known as a flying saucer that apparently had been stressed beyond its design capabilities.
Well, we'll get to something related to that in a
Down here
minute.
it says it had strange hieroglyphics type writing symbols across the inner surfaces. And he goes on and on. He's answering specific questions that Lee Graham had asked him. Next. I do know that the crash remnants of this one saucer are maintained somewhere, most likely at Wright-Patterson Air Force Base, from what I
Okay, I'll tell you
understand.
what.
Wright-Patterson.
Sorry, guys. That document I'm gonna talk about next week on Alien Addict. I just want to do a bit of a deep dive. Cattle mutilation. Me and Hidden would love to do human mutilation, and I said, look, brother, you are talking something like, you have to show the photos, and knowing YouTube and even like Rumble, because we can go like a massive deep dive into that, but you have to show the photographs. I said, Hidden, mate, don't get your fucking channel fucked. Do you know what I mean? It's not worth it to show a bunch of like mutilated bodies, even though he did show a video like that. He showed that bloody serial killer thing, which didn't help the favors at all. God's sake, hit him. But, you know, PG-13, and you go fucking do something like that. It's just like, oh dear. TR3B, yes, eventually. Wednesday, wait. Oh, it's big, baby. It's big. I think it was AI before it was released. Ah. Hey, Dan Peters, how's it going, man? Nice to see you. Twittly Streeper is a BS con artist grifter. We'll get to grifters in a bit. Yeah, wow. For now, she pop up. For now, we'll see. We'll see. Oh, they do. Okay. I thought it might be, to be honest with you. I think it might be. We probably have to do it on my channel, which I'm not joking. I'm like 6 videos away from uploading 1,000 videos. Yes. Yes, I've been down that path, mate. And every time I see pizza, I'm like, just reminds me of that subject. Just reminds me of children. Just like, fuck's sake, now pizza is now ruined for me. Rainbows are now ruined for me because it reminds me of a flipping cult. And now pizza is now just reminds me of children. For Christ's sake. Hey, drumstick. Hey, Nate. But yeah, hey, man, never mind. Doesn't matter, man. Don't worry, you're here now. You can always come back and at a later date and start from the beginning. Because this is a conspiracy-filled episode. It's to do with anyone's nutting. Right. Bill Cooper, at this point in this presentation, is going to bring up a very interesting photograph.
Mike, when he got into office, didn't like the way Truman had set everything up to be run.
Welcome on in, Drumstick. Hope you're doing well, brother.
He formed a committee which is known as Majesty 12. It is called Majority 12 as a security measure because it oversees an operation called Operation Majority to oversee the alien situation. Could this be what they saw in Iraq? You're going to see more of this little critter later. This is Bob Exler's view of what the cover-up organization looks like. I don't agree with this, but since it's the only chart that anybody's ever made of an organizational structure of a cover-up of
Yandex is Russian, isn't it?
Alien UFO matter, you might want to see it. As you can see, anything like this would absolutely, without a doubt, involve the full cooperation of corporate America. And Eisenhower knew this, and that's why he appointed 6 members from the Executive Committee of the Council on Foreign Relations. They are corporate America. The media, ladies and gentlemen, is under complete control of the Council on Foreign Relations. Members of the Council on Foreign Relations sit on the board of directors in almost every major corporation in this country, including Operation Call.
What the hell? Oh, it's not this one. Hold on.
And Bishop McIntyre of Los Angeles. When we were allowed to enter the restricted section.
Okay, hold on. Right, screw that one. Let's bring up. Which is on the same channel. Bill Cooper. God's sake. Which one is that? Okay, I'm just gonna put that back up. Let's go find the other one. Where is it?
Possible item, event, incident, and aspect of our personal and public lives. I had the distinct feeling that the world had come to an end with fantastic realism, for I have never seen so many human beings in a state of complete collapse and confusion as they realized that their own world had indeed ended with such finality as to beggar description. The reality of other plane aerial forms is now and forever removed from the realms of speculation and made a rather painful part of the consciousness of every responsible scientific and political group. During my 2 days visit, I saw 5 separate and distinct types of aircraft being studied and handled by our Air Force officials with the assistance and permission of the Etherians. He calls them Etherians. I have no words to express my reactions. It has finally happened. It is now a matter of history.
Okay, cool, got it. Right, got it. There we go. So this is on the same channel. The guy nearly punched his lights out.
So if you don't believe me, maybe you'll believe Gordon Cooper. No relation, by the way.
A few things I'm going to show on here. This book here is on the internet. I'd quite like to get it. Now, this is called The Moon as Viewed by Lunar Orbiter. And what's interesting about these photographs that was taken with film, remember, it was taken with film, so you're actually getting the genuine photograph. And it's in this book I like to get. It's on eBay. And you can see building structures on the moon. Just going to play like just a couple of minutes.
Books,
Right?
but they had yanked the books when they found out what was in them, because they published the books before they did any photo interpretation. They were so eager to put out what they were doing in space.
Okay, dude.
But I knew
That's
that no matter
interesting.
how hard they tried, they couldn't possibly have.
But yeah, go check out Wednesday's show because I think the TR3B might play in a factor into this one with the show on Hidden Underbelly on Wednesday. Yeah, interesting stuff, man. Yeah, I've seen something like the Aurora, not a triangle, but more longer shape. A bit like type in the Aurora craft, you see what I'm talking about.
Taking back every book. We found 2 separate books with the photographs in them, both published by NASA, printed by the U.S. government.
Yeah, on
Government printing office.
yeah.
This is a smoking gun. NASA can no longer deny that these are official NASA photographs. They can no longer deny that these things are on the moon.
Really?
Unless they want
Wow.
to admit
25
that
years.
They faked these photographs, and I don't think they're about to do that. Next slide.
Well, he's OG, mate, isn't he? He's OG. Yeah.
Can you focus that, Stan, any better? What you're looking at, what that arrow is pointing to, is a machine inside the inside wall of that crater throwing material out.
Right.
You can see another crater to the right that was mined already. See how artificial it is?
Oh yeah,
It's an
by the way,
artificial
guys,
crater.
really sorry for stopping. If you check out right now, the Aurora has been happening for the past couple of days. So if you've got clear skies wherever you are in England, if you look north, you should see the Aurora with a bit of luck. What's the button? There you go.
Start by a mining machine. Next slide. Now that'll blow your mind. Down inside this crater, you can see some artificial constructions of some kind. We don't know exactly what they are, but they are not natural. You see some kind of a construction here with a ramp going up to the top of it. Over here, these are not natural objects that are normally found on the moon. We have no idea what they are. I'm just building you up because you're going to see some really, really neat stuff. Next. This is the crater Kepler, right out of the book. What's in there? What do you see, folks? You can see where the walls of the crater have been cut out with earth-moving machines. You can see 4 domes right in a row. You can see construction down in the center of the crater. Everybody see the domes?
No, where are they?
String domes on that side. Opening. String domes.
1, 2, 3, 4. All right in a row.
Have you talked to anybody that's been up there, Bill?
No, just some of the astronauts that landed on the moon. Off the record, they have told me some of the things that they have seen. On the record, they will not admit to anything. And I can't repeat what they said because they'll just call me a liar because it's off the record. Next.
That's an interesting craft.
Look at this. Oh, I love this.
F7.
This crater's been
F47.
mined by a machine that crawls, and it left tracks. It came up over this rim. Up a little bit, Stan. Came up over this rim.
Oh yeah, don't worry about that, Sonia. I've saved the video on Twitter. We'll get to that. We'll get through some Bill Cooper, and we'll talk about that news report of what's been going on the moon. Quite interesting.
Crawled down, mining as it went, around, crossed itself, and went back up over that rim.
That was a boulder.
Hey, how's it going, 007? Nice to see you, man. Welcome on in.
Well, if we all want to keep our sanity in line with NASA, it has to be a boulder. Next. See that crater within a crater? I'm taking this to experts. You know what they tell me? They tell me that was made by some kind of an artificial explosion, such as a nuclear weapon or tons of TNT. Next. See the clouds, folks?
No.
Those are clouds. Next slide. square crater? You ever seen a square crater? Must have been a square
really?
meteorite.
Oh, yeah.
Next slide. See the reservoir, folks? Another one right over here. Next slide, please. More close-ups of the mining machines. Next slide. You folks a little better see the pyramid? Next slide. It's or what? I forget.
Is this Copernicus also?
These are all in the book. These are in the NASA book. Yeah. See the cross? See the building? See the pyramid?
I'll check it out, the art
The
bell one.
documents that I said, they
Here, I'll
found
check it out.
the ruins of an ancient civilization that had at least reached the Bronze Age on both the Moon and Mars. Next slide.
Hey, Benjamin Music Man, how's it going? I know
This is
Benjamin Man
Mars,
in
ladies
music.
and
Let's
gentlemen.
go. Sorry, 422.
There's a couple of
How's it
things,
going, man? Nice to see you. I don't
several
even
things
late.
in this photograph
Always
I want you to
catch
pay attention to. See the terracing?
Yeah, sorry. This is the early 90s, man. There was no 1080p or HD. This is like 10 or something like that. It's absolutely horrendous quality. I tell you what, from the book, it's going to be taking it off from eBay. Actually, I was trying to find like a PDF file of it. Might get like a better quality. I tell you what, sod that. Let's move ahead to something I'll actually really want to show you. But bear in mind, this was presentations done with projectors. Right, it's the
And
alien.
this added in technology so advanced.
Hold on.
Now I want you to look at this really carefully because they claim that this is a 9-foot tall bronze statue.
Yeah, this is
And
it, mate.
Danail says
Paratulia.
that she went there and she saw it, although she can't swear that the photograph is really of the
Isn't it?
statue. But what I want to call your attention to is over there on the right side of the neck, there's hair growing. Also, look at the pores. We're going to go through this bit by bit. You can see hair on the right side of the neck. Bronze statues don't grow hair. Next photograph, please. Look at this. Look at the head. Now, if this is a bronze statue, somebody
Hey,
did a hell of a good
Edward,
job.
how's it
Look at
going,
the
man?
moisture in
Nice
the
to see you.
eyes. Can you make that on a bronze statue? Hell no. Look at the little tiny folds in the eyelid. I'm telling you, folks, this is not a bronze statue. I don't care what they say. This was a photograph of something really living. Next picture, please. Next.
He claims this is real. And he uploaded it in a magazine. A real alien.
Look at the little lines on the neck. Look over here on this side. Next. Look inside the nostrils. You will see moisture. You also see that the nostrils are different shape. They're asymmetrical, just like a real living being would be. Look at the bag under the eye. The bags. Look at the moisture in the eye.
Where did this photo come from?
Same photo.
Same man.
Same head. This is just my brilliant photography. We call him Fred.
His brilliant photography here, guys.
Next.
Next. All right. That's enough of that bullshit. How's it going, Edward Ward? Nice to see you. Yeah. Could you mind getting off my lap, please? Sorry, I'm talking about my cat. He digs his claws into my legs. I think it's what it's called, like pancaking or something like that. So sign that he's comfortable. But yeah, fucking kills my legs, man. But yeah, Bill Cooper, what can I say in terms of... Hold on. There you go. In terms of... Yes. That's the word. Trust me, bros. This is it. This is a time where early 90s, a lot of presentations from Bill Cooper is from the early 90s, mid 90s to up to his death. and there's hundreds of hours you can go pour to your heart content to the information he comes across. But again, it's need to verify your evidence. All right, need to verify it. I think this is really quite important. ADW, man. I see you've got the muscle shirt on today. Yes, it's not. So for me, it's for the ladies, is it? All right. Well, I did have a compliment from the cardio teacher the other day, which was actually quite nice. Yes, I do work out every day, and I keep active and all that, and it's starting to show. It's starting to show. In fact, I wanted to build muscle, which was the aim of the game since the beginning of the year, and I have been training hard. And everyone goes to me, "Yeah, you lost weight." I'm like, "Fuck!" Like, I'm not building muscle. What the fuck? And the thing is, what's happening is that I'm doing more cardio than weightlifting. And then the other day, I was at Tabata, and my boxing teacher's wife, Meg, she does like Tabata and stuff like that, boxercise. She goes, "Nick, you train. I can see you're training hard. You're building muscles. You're getting toned." And even miss her saying that. I'm like, right, at least I'm getting toned. So I thought I was losing weight. I'm like, I'm not building muscle, but no, I'm getting toned. And it's not because I got the vest on today. I'm not going to show it off, even though you will see improvements for the rest of the year. But it's nice to have the compliment. I take it as a compliment, DW, but thank you. No, honestly, it's really stuffy. Guys in England, anyone in England, it's like really stuffy at the moment. It's been like really humid. The humidity has been like 90%. And it's vest time. They call it like a wife batterer or something. Is that the white one? I don't know. But yes, it's for the ladies and for you, DW, especially. Cooper died by a gunfight with police. Yes, he did. We do have. In fact, I'll tell you what, we could probably cue that up in a minute. I'll tell you what, should we bring it up now? One more thing on Bill Cooper. One more thing. Let's bring out Twitter again. Whee. All right, here we go. Let's turn this up. Last video of Bill Cooper. So apparently, actually, no, one more. Actually, one more we're going to talk about. So there's speculation of what actually happened that day. The police turned up because, one, he was avoiding court proceedings. He threatens the school children with a shotgun because they walked across his property. That's why the police was called out. Secondly, it was done on purpose to intimidate and to come out to have a dogfight. And he might have been drunk at the time. Okay. I'm just going to play this. I'm going to play something with Jordan Maxwell. And I think it's quite important to play something with Jordan Maxwell because he knew Bill Cooper himself. What am I doing? Which was the button to click? There we go. That's the one. That's the one. But yeah, Drumstick, we'll see what this video says about Bill Cooper.
Postponed. It would not. The first warrant was served on September 11th of 2001, but was postponed. It would not be until November of 2001 when the police would finally make an attempt to raid Cooper. Cooper's broadcasts at this time had already been looking into the federal government's compliance in the events of 9/11.
One of the things that makes everybody wonder why Bill's life was snuffed out in 2001 was because in June of that year,
Lenny typical, isn't it?
Osama bin Laden, who was a relative unknown at that time, Bill had been following the news and found a lot of curiosities and went on the air predicting that there would be a major attack in the United States and that it would be blamed on Osama bin Laden, but he was literally the scapegoat that was being used, not
20 odd, but with humidity.
So that, I mean,
humidity is like 90%,
and it's like September 11th, and then of course Bill's life cut short shortly thereafter.
Supposedly, a CNN reporter found Osama bin Laden, took a television camera crew with him, went into Osama bin Laden's hideout,
Fahrenheit,
interviewed him and his top leadership, and he came out and told everybody, within 3 weeks, Osama bin Laden is going to attack the United States and Israel. Now, don't you think that's kind of strange, folks?
90 degrees.
You see,
bloody
because
hell,
the
mate.
largest
Fucking
intelligence apparatus in the
That's
world,
warm.
with the
Get out.
biggest budget in
Big
the
Fahrenheit,
history of the
probably.
world, has been looking for Osama bin Laden for years and years and years, and can't find him. Some doofus jerk-off reporter with a camera crew waltzes right into his hideout and interviews him. And I'm telling you, be prepared for a major attack. But it won't be Osama bin Laden. It will be those behind the New World Order. I wonder what Osama bin Laden's targets are supposed to be. And if they don't, you know, if this doesn't materialize in the next 2 or 3 weeks, it will eventually materialize, because they haven't succeeded in getting the guns out of the hands of the American people, nor have they succeeded in taking our freedoms away. And so I can tell you with a...
Okay, well, we get the idea. I don't want to get a copyright strike for the... let's play this Jordan Maxwell one. Who put that comment? Yeah, I'm going to be honest with you, Drumstick, on that. I have had a look into it. So there's a lot of people saying that is disinformation. I haven't seen the video of the dancing revolve, although it is a bit odd that they were there filming. I don't know, to be honest with you. I'm going to re-look into that, because it barely gets talked about in the 9/11 community, which seems to be that's what I've heard, mate. It's probably fake. I don't know, man. I'm going to look into it. I'm going to write this down. Hold on. I can't say that word. Even Moss out. You understand what I'm saying? Israel. No. Okay, cool. Yes, that was 130. That's what I thought at the time, but I think it probably gets a bit deeper than that. But it was definitely the launching pad for sure. Dan, definitely, absolutely. What was I going to do? That's it. It was Mr. Cooper and hold on. Okay, that's it. Got it there. Fantastic. Right. Okie dokie. Jordan Maxwell exposing. Sorry, Bill Cooper exposing Jordan Maxwell explained. Okay.
William Cooper.
And thrive.
William Cooper.
Can I ask you another?
Okay, so at this time, the radio show, they had Bill Cooper had Jordan Maxwell. Anybody knows? Hey, Nathan Gordon show. How's it going, man? Nice to see you. Hey, Bob Lazar. Nice to see you, brother. Nice to see you. And where is it too? Yeah, that's it there. Yeah. So with Jordan Maxwell, he's gone through he spent the last, well, he's no longer with us, from the late 50s. He was like the OG of conspiracies. He really went into the deep dive into Freemasonry, the symbolisms, like where religion came from. So he's like the godfather of a lot of information, like esoteric stuff, really came from Jordan Maxwell's work. Ever heard of Zeitgeist? Okay, so a lot of information in the beginning of that is to do with Jordan Maxwell, the Zeitgeist movie we're talking about here. Okay, so it's all to do with Jordan Maxwell. Yeah, 2 planes, 7 buildings. Yeah, absolutely. So at this time period, I think Bill Cooper, as being quite patriotic and very, very high Christian, like religiously, yes, it was a classic, mate. It was a very classic documentary. Kind of feels nostalgic now, kind of think about it, like that time period when that came out. Yes, at the time, Bill Cooper had Jordan Maxwell on, and they were talking about religions. Where did Christian really derive from? And I could talk about this, is where religions, basically, especially Christianity, came from basically everything derives of religion is based upon astrology, sun worship, isn't it? The planets. And Bill Cooper sort of kind of got on the offense with it in terms of where Christianity came from. It was obviously before. I mean, it was the Egyptians that adopted a lot of, not the Egyptians, the Christian religion adopted a lot of religious philosophy from like the Egyptians. You can trace it back through like many years, even thousands of years. Is always derives from the sun, you know, especially it derives from basically astrology, and that's where Jordan Maxwell really comes in. It's immensely fascinating. That's a whole new rabbit hole, which I'd love to go down to at some point. So while I was listening to this interview, it seems like Bill Cooper got on the fence. Now, they both met up at some point in their life. And just listen to what Jordan Maxwell has to say on this and whether or not it's just a trust me, bro. Is that Brian Cox? You pompous prick. Get off the screen.
Question. What do you think of
Sorry, that sounded a bit aggressive. Do apologize. Proper Bill. That's Bill Cooper coming through me now.
the late Milton William Cooper?
Yeah, I can't stand Brian Cox. I think he's an absolute twat waffle. You know, he uses the word knobber. He uses knobber for an insult. You know, massive cunt. Now that's an insult.
William Cooper? I knew William Cooper. You're talking about the man who was killed?
Yes.
Yeah, William Cooper. I knew him well.
Go for that.
But I have to tell you, because I knew him well. I've been on his show. I went to
Nazi
see
philosophy.
him. I did radio shows with him in Mesa, Arizona. I knew him well. I never saw him draw a sober breath. I think he was probably a confirmed alcoholic. I was there. I saw it. He was.
Okay, so this is where Jordan Maxwell met with Bill Cooper, and he says that, look, it's Bill Cooper seems like the type of guy that would drink, to be honest with you. Not judging the book by, you know, the cover, but if you do look at Bill Cooper's face, it kind of looks like he drinks. Do you know, have you ever met someone that like who's an alcoholic and they drink a lot? They just got that red face, they got like a puffy face. Do you know what I mean? Or that's just me. I don't know. We drink a lot in Bristol, so I know these type of people.
was always smelling of alcohol. He always smelled like he had been drinking. And he always acted like it. He was very, very his main problem was he drank too much, alcoholic, but when he got drunk, he got mean. He started fights. He didn't mind fighting in a bar. He didn't mind calling people out.
Brian Cox is a BBC fuckboy. That's why I put it.
Out in the street, because when he was drinking, he was very, very mad, very angry.
I can understand the kind of guy, but what about his book, Behold a Pale Horse? Did you ever read it or had opinions on it?
Yep. I think he had some very good observations in there, but I don't think he understood theologically the kind of things I was talking about, because he was
there's nothing wrong with people drinking. It's just the fact that if we were looking through Bill Cooper's like interviews, like especially when he was talking about Alex Jones, it became like quite aggressive and quite like you wouldn't want to fuck with him if he was drunk. Do you know what I mean? I'm not saying that if we just go by what Jordan Maxwell was saying, that the fact that he was drinking quite heavily at the time, maybe that's what caused the shootout. You know, because he was drunk. When you know what drunk people are like, they're quite erratic, aren't they? You know, and Bill Cooper just seems to be alcohol and his temperament going together. It ain't gonna work well. Do you know what I mean? Do you know what I mean, chap? You know, I'm just speculating here. You know, it's just the 2 and 2 ain't gonna work. You know, he ain't gonna be Bill Cooper. I'm telling you right now, ain't gonna be a calm guy when he's drunk. Okay. The stuff he's talking about. So I'm not saying necessarily it's bad. You know, I mean, a lot of people drink when they're writing. I know Graham Hancock even spoke to his wife this morning. And I know for the fact that he smokes when he has to write his book, you know. So, yeah, man. We're jamming. I can't smoke drumstick. Well, I can. I just have to go out and because I can't smoke in a lounge anymore. Yes, I will 420. I will. But yeah, just not in a lounge. Right, back to Bill Cooper and Jordan Maxwell.
View me on his radio shows. And then he would hear what I thought, and it wasn't what he believed. And so he had the problem of trying to explain, well, that's Jordan Maxwell's idea. You know, that's his thinking. But my feeling was that, you know, don't throw what I'm saying out with the bathwater. Don't throw the baby out with the bathwater. I may be right. I could be right on what I'm saying. And if I am, it would mean that the whole world is wrong. People who have taken their religious beliefs and believe that they know what they're talking about, I don't think they do. I don't think the religious people of this world know what they're talking about.
You agree that he died because he was killed? I mean,
yeah, of course he was, of course. But I also know he was drinking heavy that day. And when you're drinking and when you're an alcoholic and you're drinking and you got a bad temper when you drink, and everybody knew that, everybody knew him, knew that don't be around him if he's drinking because he's mad. And he doesn't mind picking a fight with you right in the middle of no matter where he was, he'd pick a fight with you right then and there. So you're going to have to fight him. You better go outside. You're going to have to fight him because that's who he is. He's a military guy. He's a military man. He likes drinking and he don't mind street fighting. And so he did some things in Snowflake, Arizona, where he lived. There was some young kids coming across his property. Young kids going home. They didn't go down the sidewalk in the street to go home. They would cut through his property to go home the short way. And he would go out there with a gun and threaten the kids, get off the property, I'll shoot you. And so the kids reported that to the police that this man was out there with a shotgun, with a rifle, and was going to shoot them.
She said, you know, if there's one thing, if we live in here, don't smoke in a lounge. And she caught me smoking in a lounge many times, and yeah, had a bit of an argument. That's when we had she caught me smoking on a hidden show. She gave me a massive bollocking. So yeah, go check that out. That was the last live show. You could just see me go silent for like the end of the show. It's like no any arguments about to occur. So yeah, I stuck with her wishes, the master's wishes, and I will be respectful. So yeah, even though it's my place.
And so the cops had heard him all the time. They hear about him picking fights and him drinking on public. So they had enough of him. So they went out to his house, from what I was told. They went out to his house and they provoked him. They provoked him to come with a gun. They wanted him to come out with a gun. Bring your gun out and come out here. And so the cops were provoking.
I have to admit, you know, it's yeah, in moderation, but it comes at a price. You pop up, you know what it's like. For me, and probably for a lot of people in chat, 420 in does help in 2025. Fucking hell, you need it. But you know, it's people's choice if you want to, you know, take it up. But yeah, we are 420 show. This is my Amsterdam pub. So
him to come out, and from what I hear, they shot his dog. His dog was the only thing he had left in the world. He loved his dog.
Is that a
he was an alcoholic street fighter.
Snowflakians.
And so when they shot his dog, that was the last straw. He went crazy, and because he had been drinking to start with, and he was a street fighter to start with. You shoot his dog, and now you got to fight.
Yeah, it's nearly 12 and a half year relationship, mate. So you know, you got to obey by the master's rules if you've been in that relationship that long. So
now you got to fight. And so when he came out them, and from what I hear, he's fired the first shot at the human. They shot the dog, but he shot them. And his was the first shot, and that's what they wanted. They wanted him to shoot up. They set him up.
They set him up. Thank you
But
for
they knew he was an alcoholic. They knew he would go crazy. They knew if they shot his dog, they'd have to shoot him too. They knew
I didn't know the dog bit. I didn't know if they actually shot his dog or not.
that. So that's what they did. They set him up. And so when you hear that the law and the government killed him, well, that's true. I mean, it was the police department. It was
Yeah, this is it, man. I mean, it's all about trust me, bros, at this point, isn't it? When you look at it, I mean, Bill Cooper is an interesting guy. This is probably just part one of many parts I'm going to be doing on Bill Cooper. Like, there's so much information I can put forward. It's quite fascinating, really. And what I like to look through old historians like Bill Cooper and Jordan Maxwell and even David Icke, it's what they were saying back then to what there's basically anything they were saying back then in the early 90s, even like 2010 and that sort of time period, to what's actually happening now. Do you know what I mean? I always find that sort of research is quite interesting, but always go 50-50 with anything that Bill Cooper and anything that comes to like quite outlandish claims. Not saying that necessarily is false or true. You just have to be a 50-50 perspective on it. I think it's a more mature way of dealing with information instead of just like jumping to conclusions. Oh my God, I'm going to be talking about a topic in a minute. And guys, you're going to be like, oh, Nick, why? I want to talk about it. It's just, I don't know if I should. Okay, right. Bill Cooper. We shall pop back to Bill Cooper at some point. I thought I'd just show you a bit of presentations, just to see where he's coming from, his attitude, his mannerisms. You can see he can obviously go off the ball if he was drunk, if he did drink a lot and he was pissed. He's not going to be quiet, is he? He's going to be, I think, a very rowdy drunk. Not saying that he did drink, but I'm looking at a photograph right here and I'm thinking it kind of looks like he got a face that he might drink. Again, not judging the book by the cover. Is what I mean. Hey, Mods Mayhem, how's it going, man? Nice to see you. Hope you're having a good week, man. And I'm Mix Cooper, and yeah, I do as well sometimes. Oh, you never heard of Bill Cooper before? Spirit Kennedy. Kenny, sorry. Yeah, he's amazing stuff, mate. If you go on, so for the guys, if you want to do research, lay off Google, use Microsoft Bing. I got that set up on my thing here. Is it Microsoft Bing? Yeah, Microsoft Bing right here. And it comes up with loads of conspiracy theory videos. It actually beats the algorithms. So if you want to use Microsoft Bing, which I think it is Google, but I find you have a better chance of finding older videos. So I would bear that in mind, Spirit Kennedy. Spirited Kenny. Go check it out, man. On Microsoft Bing, Bill Cooper. Loads of content will come up. There's even one that's like 11 hours and another one that's 7 hours, another one that's 10 hours, and all like separate presentations. So yeah, fascinating stuff. Absolutely fascinating stuff. Yeah, everyone in the chat's doing well, man. We're all good here. We're all 420 in, having a drink, talking about conspiracies, getting Alien Addict more banned, more shadow banned. The Brave is great. Absolutely, brother. Absolutely. So let's bring up my notes. Oh, should we do the unboxing? I forgot the unboxing. I've been waiting all day for this. I was like, oh God, okay, there's nothing special. It's nothing special, but I'm gonna quickly pop through this. Come on, StreamYard, get it together. Get it together. Love the back. Yeah, I tell you what. I want to get rid of the creases. So this, guys, is off Amazon. It was like 30 quid, and it feels quite. It's quite big. It fills the whole screen, basically. I've actually got a green screen that I bought the missus that actually I'm going to try something out now, actually. Watch this. Does it actually work? Oh, it does work. Yeah, look at that. I couldn't do it with a laptop, and even this one as well. Woo! Yeah, that's me. I was with the camera, and I was doing like this time delay, like time lapse stuff like that. Let's get rid of that. But yeah, the backdrop, it's yeah, about 30 quid. You can have like the galaxies, you can have like mushrooms, really quirky stuff. In fact, this is UV. So if I got like a UV light, which I was planning to do to go at the top, this will like glow in the dark. So all the alien, it's actually alien with like a DJ. Yeah, DJ Pat. So yeah, it's pretty cool, man. It's pretty cool. I tell you what, the old sort of got a bit boring after a while. You know, I want to believe poster. It's just I keep on looking at it and going, oh, fucking boring. You know, it's so bloody 90s. Flipping out, Nick. Move on with the times. So yeah, let's get on with the show because I want to unpackage my package. Now, right, okay. But yeah, Amazon, Mods Mayhem, loads of stuff. I can't remember what I put in, and it's just put like a backdrop. It's like alien backdrop, I think I put in there. So if you've been following my Cosmic Twilight channel, you can see I've been uploading a lot of time-lapse videos. That's my Rumble channel, which I'm live on now. Oh, actually, I tell you what. The people on Rumble. Okay, let's have a look. Is this actually working? Oh, nice to see you all there. Nice to see you. Let's bring up my channel. If I can find it. Because as soon as I started uploading, they've really put my channel right on the piss end of YouTube's algorithm. Yep, can't find it. Still can't find it. Still scrolling down, can't find it. There we go. Right. So yes, guys, please, if you would be so kind, this is my YouTube channel, which is the same as my Rumble channel. I'm going to change it to Investigate with Nick or a different name. So what I've been doing here this year is that every time I come out, I always track the trails, the chemtrails in the sky. Okay, the persistent trails. Yes, going to be talking about just quickly. Okay, I see what they do. Does it block out the sun? I also upload, not upload. I basically with the videos, I put like a load of photographs from back in the day to see that look what we see in the sky, what people are saying that might be man-made could actually be something natural. I go into this absolutely massive detail into this. So if it might be a bit boring for a lot of people and is understandable, but I quite enjoy these videos I upload. It's been 4 days and I've got 15 views. 15 views in 4 days. This is the other thing, guys. My camcorder broke and I need to get another one. And is it worth spending 600 to 700 quid on a camcorder where you're actually just getting like 14 views? 14 fucking views. How many views on a YouTube channel gets that? You know, and I do like proper deep analysis videos on the sky, but nevertheless, you're probably thinking, but what book have you got? Right. Let's do this. Right, really quickly. To fact check my research on clouds, you have to go back in time. All right. Yes, there is. Yeah, you got a book on clouds, you complete idiot. 1981. All right. And I go, oh, okay. Well, let's see if I can find any photographs from back in the day that resembles trails or anything like that. Or did I just completely waste my money? I'm just going to skip through this now really, really quickly. And I think I've just wasted my money because it has nothing to do with clouds in here. Oh, fucking. I spent £5 on this. Waste of money. Right, that is part of the game. So the reason why I buy books like this, thinking it's something to do with clouds, is whether or not we can actually track trails back like years ago. Typical example. It's just for research, guys. It's just for research purposes. Like, for instance, this book here from 1981, if I skip to this page here, you can see, trails being formed and spreading out. But I was told that chemtrails only happens in 1995. Do you know what I mean? It's just I buy this book from like years ago just to see if these trails actually are either condensation trails or chemtrails. I asked the same question. Send it back. It's only a $5. Fuck it, whatever. That has to be the most worthless unboxing video I've ever done. Hold on 2 seconds. Let's see what we've got here. The rest of the show. That's the whole point of buying stuff. And you can't see the pages. Right. Okay. Drama time. Drama. Do you want some drama? And if you want drama, I think you've got to blame Rotary for this one. I'll tell you what, we get to that in a minute. I'll tell you what, I'm just going to shut that door. 2 seconds. I know I shouldn't leave the room. But I get a bit funny when the missus can hear me live streaming. So, Janine, UFO researcher.
I'm assuming that it's fairly high up in the sky. And if
oh, nice.
This video was recorded by a fellow YouTuber named Synops Sliat, who lives in Melbourne, Australia. It was shot back on March 4th at around 2:30 in the afternoon. The video is short and sweet, but it reveals this really interesting S-shaped silvery object that appears to just be hovering in the air. The first question that I had was, how long is this object? It's impossible to tell what the true altitude is.
That would be awesome, mate.
Considering how
love
much
that.
you zoomed in, I'm assuming that it's fairly high up in the sky. And
Is
if
it
it is
UK
high
then,
up in the
chaps?
sky, that makes this thing exceptionally wide. There's always the possibility that it could be some sort of a science project. But on the other hand, I've never seen a weather balloon look anything like this.
Yeah, I would say.
We could identify that might
It's like a
give
hair,
us a
isn't it?
clue. So I went looking, but the most surprising thing is I didn't find a plane. No.
All right, third phase, calm down. Right, okay. I find this one, yeah, obviously this is illusion. Obviously the shadow effect of the two sun. If I saw that, I'd be completely wowed myself. But we know there's no two suns. We all know that. Right, okay. I found this interesting. Look at the spores come off the mushrooms. And that's how mushrooms spread. Look at it. It's like millions of spores coming off the mushroom. Isn't that cool? That's awesome, isn't it? Oh yeah, this is it. Is this the this is what Jose was talking about?
California, or we talked to an astronaut yesterday who's on the moon, who's a soldier, including actually.
Is this the right one?
California, or we talked to an astronaut yesterday who's on the moon, who's a soldier, including actually going to war and fighting to defend the freedoms that are that make our nations.
Now, okay. Ask yourself this: why? Why did he say that? Was it a mess up? Is it a slip? Has he said this on purpose to get our community riled up? Think about it. You know, do you think it's a Freudian slip? Do you know what I mean? I think in a calm way how he's saying that, he didn't go, "Oops, sorry." He's carried on straight and normal. Why are these people saying this? And why did I click this video, which is obviously quite awful?
California, or we talked to an astronaut yesterday who's on the moon, who's a soldier, including
an astronaut on the moon who's a soldier. All right, okay. Yeah, again, it's up to you what you want to think about that. To be honest with you, that theory's been going on for quite a number of years. That there's been like hidden bases on the moon and stuff like that. We've all heard of rumors. Anyway, don't worry, man. Hey, man, you got to treat your woman right. Your partner comes first, brother. So yeah, don't worry, man. You can always check in anytime, man. It always gets uploaded. So yeah, I hope you're doing all right, One True Saxon. It's nice to see you, man. Nice to see you. Yeah, that was beautiful, wasn't it? Wonderful footage. So right, okay. I blame you, Rotary, for this one. All right. There is one topic. Okay, I do not really want to talk about, and I've always avoided. Okay. I don't want any drama. This is not the point. I don't want to stir the pot. But there's a reason why. Yeah, Rotary. There's a reason why I've stayed away from the MH370 or anything Ashton Forbes has to say. I've spoken to Ashton Forbes a couple of times. He's been very nice to me, and I've been very nice to him, and we just want to keep it that way. Okay. There's a reason why I haven't delved into it. And this is not a dig on Ashton. It's just the fact that Bob Lazar, Ashton Forbes is my son. All right, fair enough. I take your word for it then. Is that, look, nothing to do with jealousy. It's how far Ashton has come in terms of research. Let me put a bit bigger so you can see the quality of my face. All right. He's so new to the community, and and where is his background? Where is his knowledge? Where is his certification, qualification? Is he just based in his research on the internet? That doesn't make you a physics expert, okay? Just going to be honest. In terms of the MH370 video, I think it's the most fakest and gayest thing I've ever seen. And to say that it could not be done back then is fundamentally retarded. To say that the MH370 could not have been faked back in 2014 is retarded. And I'm going to be honest with you. I don't want any drama, but there's a lot of arrogance and a lot of let's get the tape measure out and measure each other's dicks to see who's got the biggest dick here. It's not a dick fucking swinging contest here. It's just sometimes like the arrogance of, I would say, both of these people, Ashton and this guy. A sort of ego as well that comes with it. In terms of where I'm just trying to be really careful with my words here. Okay, I don't mean to be bashing. It's just my perspective of what I've witnessed and why I've stayed away from this. There's a lot of drama that comes with it. Okay, if you don't agree with this person, you would just get slated. You would just get bombarded in terms of just for having an opinion, basically. And I'm going to prove my point in a minute. Secondly, the community in one way is split off. And if you question anything, it's a bit like the chemtrail community. You would just get slated, and you just can't have a rational conversation with this person. So this popped up thanks to Rotary. Thank you, Rotary. I just have to be honest. This is Alien. This is my Alien Addict now. Okay, I know Ollie, Lee, and Dave, they had Ashton on. That's fine. They can do them. But now this is my show. You're going to get my opinion on this, and there's a reason why I've stayed away from this. And this will be the last time I'm going to be talking about this. All right. This guy, I have to admit, makes me chuckle. Professor Dave explains, as brutally honest as he is, he goes into the technical details. And yes, I know Ashton has done the same thing as well in terms of proving warp drives and proving that the MH370 plane was teleported by orbs and plasma orbs. I'm not denying that either, but I just think the whole concept and pushing that agenda so well and being taking the approach saying, no, I'm going to be proven right on this. You know, I know I'm right. That's absolutely fine. But I like the approach of going, you know, I might be wrong on this. This is why I admire John Scott. What's his name? The guy who does the Alien interview, John Stewart or something like that. You know, he says, I know I come up with wild claims, but, you know, I'm 50-50. You know, please debunk me. You know, I'll be happy to be proven I'm wrong. Try saying that to this person. Oh, either way, mate. Either way, I don't mind. I don't mind. It's all good. So, this guy, fucking hell, whatever his name is, for Christ, I want to get it right. So, Professor Dave Explains did an incredible interview. I mean, absolutely slated the guy who was the flat earther. I think is Flat Earth Dave or something like that. Flat Earth Dave. And this guy did an interview with him, and the way he was coming across, he was saying a lot of like rude words, a very, what I would say, very millennial way approach of a topic. You know, it's like, sure, but you're just a fucking idiot. You know, it's stuff like that. It was just saying words that didn't really help the argument at all. And to be honest with you, the way I've listened to this video, let me put it a bit bigger so you can see here. I've watched this video and it's all in its entirety. And I'm going to be honest, he sounds like he knows what he's talking about. You know, he takes Ashton's equations and his philosophy and his approach and says, well, hold on a minute. You want to have a look at this. You know, this is something that you've missed out. And he explains it in great detail. And it's easy for me to sort of understand as well. For Ashton's stuff, it kind of just goes right over my head because I just don't understand physics. And to be honest with you, I don't think Ashton does either. I don't want to sound harsh or anything like that, but this guy here seems to know what he's talking about. And it really sort of did a number on Ashton's theories and approaches. And the person that I would believe would be this guy. I know he's a skeptic on a lot of stuff. You know, it's like me believing in Flint Dibble, you know, but at the same time, you know, I've listened to that and I know that he's practically full of shit. But at the same time, this guy here he's going through the nitty gritty. He really is. And trying to put the perspective of what Ashton's put forward to say, look, actually, you want to have a look at this because you're missing this out, which is the key important of physics. So look, I'm not here to create drama, but there's a reason why I've stayed away from the MH370 because there's just nothing really to go by. Okay, yeah, there might be patterns and all that, but it doesn't prove that the government actually has this or actually worked on it. Okay, the patterns for sure, but where's the finance for this? There's so many unanswered questions. But the thing is, it's like I would like these two people, even for, I don't know if you guys can see this, even for Ashton to say, okay, I hear your points. Let's just have an interview together. Let's just go back and forth with your theories and my theories and just have like a really good, that would make a great video. But instead, Ashton put here, funny listening to a mentally ill failed musician / failed chemist who also failed at basic physics. Just so you know, Dave, I am correct and will be proven correct. The best part of the internet, never forget. Thank you. Ego. I'm sorry. Fucking ego. Put your fucking size 12 somewhere else. Put it back in your pants. And then Professor David comes along and goes, ha ha ha, the dumbass who thinks solar plums are magnetic fields is telling me I failed at basic physics. Hey, dumbass, maybe watch some of my physics tutorials so you can stop humiliating yourself on the internet like I'm speaking at the moment. Okay, champ? And definitely let me know when your next fake free energy device comes on sale. I'll be sure to pre-order. So you got two people right there with two big egos. Just fucking, it'll probably make a good video, but it's not going to be. it's going to be a shit show in terms of how the conversation is going to come across. That's just my own opinion on that. Look, it's up to you how you take this information on Ashton's and even this guy as well. I look at 50-50, and this is the last time I'm going to speak about this, and I never want to talk about MH370 and that topic ever again on Alien Addict, right? It just creates drama, and to be honest with you, it's I just can't stand egos. I really can't. I'm just like I know I'm right. Trust me, I know. It's just like, hold on a minute. You know, I'd rather have, like with me with German flying saucers, guys. It's I'd rather be proved wrong. Same with chemtrails. I sound like a skeptic, and I'm not a skeptic. I'm 50-50. It's like, okay, if anyone's got any information, any data, send it to me. Let me know. I'll be happy to do a video. I'm always happy to be proven I'm wrong. But you're going to get honesty from me, guys, on Alien Addict. I just have to say it like it is. All right. I mean, if Ashton's watching this, you know, there's no, I don't mean no hard feelings or anything like that, but there's just the whole thing is just, you know, you just do you, and I just do me. You know, we just leave it like that. But I just think the whole MH370 video, it's fake and gay, man. It's fake as fuck. It's faker than Jordan Price's tits, Katie Price's tits, Pamela Anderson's tits. Actually, no, I quite like Pamela Anderson. She's got all like natural now. I quite like that, and she's changed a lot. She's matured, and like that in a woman. Kind of digging like mature women at the moment. What was I talking about again? Oh yeah, I was talking about Ashton. Yeah, and the whole shebang there. So I thought I'd just leave it, but I like to hear this guy's perspective and where he's coming from. And it's more clarification for me to listen to a skeptic's point of view and then listen to Ashton's point of view. And then I can juggle between the two and go, right. Yes, it was Bill Cooper, first of all. Yes. But that's the way I approach things, really. But no, thank you, Rotary. It's just something I just want to talk about, you know, because when someone brings it up in the chat, I just have to ignore it. It's like, okay, just leave them to it. But the thing is, what with followers on Twitter and X, where a lot of people post several times a day, is that you got to stay relevant. And the more and more followers you get, the more and more people are basically saying, yeah, keep going, you're on the right track and all that. And it's solidifying your more or less so-called bullshit. It's feeding your ego, and that it puts you down like an echo chamber. Do you know what I mean? Do you know what I mean? So I don't, that's just my perspective on that one. So yeah, that's the last time. I don't want to create drama, you know, because I know Ashton was on Alien Addict back in the early days. So yeah. Right, let's go through. Oh, have I got anything on Twitter else I can put up? Oh, did you see Lou put the fake alien? Oh, I've got to bring this back up. Fucking so stupid. Get out of here, you ugly cheeseburger. Yeah, so apparently, guys, this is a real alien that Lou sent. No, actually, what's the description? Hold on. So it says MUFON. Oh, yes, it's from Red Panda Koala. MUFON director Ron James shares a photo Lou Elizondo sent him of an alleged alien. I think I've seen this before. So, faking gay. Am I supposed to trust Lou? Let alone fucking MUFON. No offense, you know. Or Nick was an orb pilot in the video and is covering it up. Fucking orb pilot. I don't know, man. I think if there's like plasma orbs and they got intelligent life, I think they're more or less on the interdimensional being, that sort of realm. My personal opinion on that one, Lazar. A word of warning with red panda koala chupacabra. Walk away. Don't look back. Right, Rotary. I understand the drama. I understand. But I have to admit, brother, they do put relevant stuff to ufology. And yes, that does include drama, brother. That comes with that fucking territory. Just like the MH370 stuff. That's why I step away from it. I'm like, well, I'm just gonna like you do you. Just like you have your time there, have your little fun, and I'm just gonna step away from that because if I say that it's fake and gay, it's just gonna be like a pack of hyenas at you. It's weird. It's like the same with the flipping like chemtrail community. You just ask and like the basic questions, and you just get fucking slated. It's like that everywhere. It's not just our community. It's everyone's like that. Like everyone's on edge. Everyone's like really fucking aggressive. And yeah, okay, I'll put my fucking hand up as well as that. You know, I could be part of that sometimes. Frustration, seeing the stupidity in people, seeing the New World Order being played out at a rapid pace since the jibber jabber. You know, I don't know, but no, this photograph, fucking. Oh, Jesus Christ. I mean, come on, this is Lou Elizondo we're talking about here. He's been caught, what, 2? Actually, 3 times. The first time was with the lunar balloon. Lunar balloon, is it? Linear balloon or something like that? Oh, more chemtrail stuff. No more chemtrails. Look, there we go. It made people's days a bit better. It's nice to see, man. It's nice to see. Oh, I tell you what, Corbell's cat. Is he gone now, Lou? He's not on Twitter. I had a look. Lou Reviews, he's not on there. Actually, no, Lou Reviews, but he had his own separate page, I think. But yeah, I would say, I mean, with Lou, I know he's gone now. It's probably for a good thing. Is that the fact that he was in the Lou Elizondo crowd back in the heyday, and then they found out what Lou found out what Lou Elizondo truly was. And I think he got butthurt, man. Big fucking time. You know, he took down his channel, started new, and then became a skeptic, like hardcore skeptic, to the point where he's like bullying. And this is the whole part of the ego trip. To suddenly 360 flip. And I do believe he's got his feelings hurt because of it. And to really hit on the UFO community as the way I would describe it is a bit like Cartman from South Park. That sort of approach. It would just be like bullying people that didn't deserve it. I mean, like Amy from Good Morning UFO. She didn't deserve the shit that Lou was saying. You know, I don't necessarily agree with everything Amy says, but I'm always willing to listen and have a conversation. But I don't fucking go and slate her on Twitter, make it public. That's a real shitty thing to do, man. You know, it's in one way, I think it's good that he is gone from ufology. He'll probably come back, probably at twicefold. Oh yeah, the Yelp one. Oh, I tell you what, the one I watched, the Harley Davidson riders. And yeah, we say the word. I'm just gonna say it once. When they call the Harley Davidsons, they changed the words. Fucking. Okay, little girl, can you point to the fag? Sorry. Oh man, I said the word. You understand? It's the Harley Davidson rider one. That South Park episode. Fucking hell, it's so funny. Oh dear. But yeah, that word, you know, a cup of tea and a fag, that is what we have in England as a typical tradition, you know. It's a cigarette. That's what we call it. All right. So yeah, don't get funny about it because I said the word. It's like, one thing that Americans hate is the word cunt. I don't like it at all. Oh, flipping out in Bristol, we use that like on a daily basis. You know, what the first thing you do, you'd be like, stick the kettle on the cunt. Oh yeah, it's British slang. I'm not going to change it because a bunch of fucking snowflakes came along and said, no, you can't say that word. It says, who says that I can't say it? You know, What's going on with people? I took a break like 20 years, but my friend reintroduced me back in South Park. Yeah, I honestly, I stepped away for a bit, through God knows what season it was, and then I really got back into it again. But the new ones are extremely funny, quite relevant. Which was the one we didn't? I haven't seen the COVID one, but it was the one after that that was quite hilarious. Oh, it was the I have to make you moderator, and I don't know how to do it. Drumstick. How the fuck did I make you? Try it. If put it in chat, man. Put it in the chat box. If it don't turn up, I'll see what I can do. But yeah, Link's a bit funny with if I make you a moderator or something like that. Not too sure on it. But yeah, South Park is definitely keeps its relevancy, put it that way. Yeah. Oh man, yeah, I know. It's such a common word where we live, honestly. Right, okay, let's go through Twitter one more time. I need a drink. I'm going to bloody dry mouth. More chemtrail videos. Yeah, this is interesting. Excuse me. It's almost looked like it's been scooped out to create something like this. This is from Jay Anderson. He's been doing a lot of field trips recently. And he's been producing these photographs that are just incredible, really. I mean, how did they manage to get like that? Is that just like natural corrosion? Rock, there obviously is a rock there. Carved that out with a rock? I don't know. But it's interesting though, isn't it? Some sort of advanced technology. Because there are some photographs of, it looks like, excuse me, sorry, throat, it's terrible. Some actually rock faces, looks like it has actually been melted. I think there's some steps in Egypt and it's made out of stone, but it's like it's all melted. It's crazy. I mean, how they managed to do it, God knows. So that's that. More stupidity from Concerned Citizen. What did he say here? More marshmallow sky clouds. Didn't know the government say anything about dimming the sun. Books, mate. You know, it's, I don't want to be rude here, but you probably want to pick up a book on clouds, you know, or even better, you got something called the internet. Oh my God, if you heard the internet, you can find anything on there. Put in Chat GPT, cloud formations, 1930, 40, 50, 60s, and then have a look for yourself to find out whether or not this cloud that appears to be genetically engineered on purpose for some odd reason to block out the sun, but yet you post a picture or video of that. You know, if they got the technology to do this, to dim the sun out, creating this massive amount of cloud, and then suddenly it goes all clear, and then you post like this, like saying, oh, they're trying to block out the sun again. It's like, well, hold on a minute, what was that technology about? I'm rambling. Don't get me started with chemtrails, for Christ's sake. No, that is definitely normal. I'm telling you now, you can track back this cloud through many decades. I've got so many books on cloud formations. I could pick two of them right here. One's on 1944 and 1942. And I tell you what, if we go back on my Cosmic Twilight channel, I've done so many analysis on clouds and bloody trails in the sky. And I'm telling you something now. Everything we're seeing today, you can trace it back through the past 80 years. That's me doing research, you know. I've kept that in for so long because I don't want to hurt the chemtrail community. I'm like, well, fuck these people. They don't really care about me anyway. So I'm just giving you the information. Trust me, guys, when people say, I'm sorry to say this, I'm going to put this a bit bigger. I'm sorry to say this, but when people say, well, that cloud ain't normal, it's like, well, how do you know that? Well, they say, well, I've never seen that cloud when I was a kid. It's like, yeah, but you weren't studying clouds when you were a kid. But we just have big puffy clouds. It's like, no, we didn't. You know, books here are saying, you know, all the clouds we're seeing today can be traced back years ago. So this whole concept was like, well, I've never seen that cloud before. It's like, fucking pick up a book. Like, what's wrong with you? Like, seriously, just you're going off assumption. You know, we've got, like I said, we've got the internet. Why don't you just Google it? You know, find out for yourself instead of just believing Barbara, who works in Tesco's, who just found out about chemtrails 5 months ago, who's posting pictures of like flipping clouds online, saying that is bloody manipulated on purpose. I'm going off on one. Stop, Nick. Talk about chemtrails. More chemtrail stuff. Stop it. Ryan Graves, do you really want to talk about that? Nah, not really. To be honest with you. Oh yeah, going back to my last live stream that I did of where these flying saucers have gone. It's just like a typical example going from back 1950s to the 60s. It's an interesting one, isn't it? But you could say the only legitimate one could be, you can see my cursor is the bottom one there, June the 5th, 1955 in Belgium. And probably that middle one there with the trails. That, the bottom left one, is fake and gay, clearly. But I thought it was quite interesting. This is what I love about ufology. Go back to the old cases and finding whether or not, yes, I know these photographs can be faked, but it's going back to like the Zamora case, for instance. You know, I find that very immensely fascinating. Oh my God, have you seen this? Have you seen that video? I'm not going to play it. It's fucking disgusting. It's bad, dude. It's bad. He talks about like little girls and his daughters, out of all things, in such an inappropriate way. Yeah. Okay, no more chemtrails. Why have it filled with flipping chemtrail videos? So there we go. Got Lou Elizondo, Bill Cooper, 2 sons, and mushrooms. And astronaut military people on the moon for some odd reason. Like we know they've been on there already, you know. There's a story behind every picture. Yes, there is. Absolutely. But yeah, Nicky Chemtrails. Call me Chemtrail Nick. Call Chemtrail Nick. So yeah, you understand the point I'm coming across. You know, I might sound a bit of a skeptic, but it's like if you go on my Cosmic Twilight channel and just watch one of my, even like the 10-minute one, you don't have to watch the whole 45-minute one. The 10-minute one, I show you pictures and analysis, and I show you what the chemtrail community is saying. I'm like, right, okay, this picture here that appears to be man-made, I can see this right now as the same cloud. Let's bring up a book from the 1940s, 50s, 60s, and 70s, which I have in my collection here, and I'll literally put the same picture of the cloud that appears to be man-made on screen, but from like 40s or 50s. I go like, right, guys, we can actually track this clouds back years ago, and here it is from the 50s and 60s, and that's what I do in my videos, proper analysis videos. Again, not a debunker. It's just I've just got nothing else better to do with my time. I enjoy them, I really do. I enjoy the time lapse as well. It's quite interesting. But I'm not denying chemtrails, guys. I mean, for instance, here's a typical example. Watch this. There we go. Now watch this. This was taken not long ago. I think it's about 3 weeks ago. And that, for me, from trails, I mean, look at that trail there. Absolutely fat, and they're huge. Okay. I would consider that as chemtrails. Look how fat they are. You know, that is going to dim the sun, you know. But then I go, okay, how persistent they are. Yes, they call me Nazi Nick as well. I understand that. Yeah, you can see here. Look, I'm not denying it. Not denying chemtrails, but yeah, it's like days like this you want to find, you know, absolutely rampant with trails. Look how fat these trails are. They're huge. So again, not denying that, guys. It's when are these days are happening and how persistent they are. So yeah, no more trail analysis videos at the moment because I'm going to bore the crap out of you. Right. What else have I got? 2.5 hours. Ooh. Let's bring up. We're on. For orbs. Okay, I tell you what, I'm going to leave that for next time. I should probably wait till Wednesday, but we'll show some ghost photographs just to round up for today. Just to round up. Okay, I tell you what. Can anybody guess what my favorite movie is? Okay, it's in 1994. It's a Jim Carrey movie. I'm just going to tell you, fuck it. It's The Mask, my favorite movie of all time. Yeah, that's proper nostalgic for me. 1994 was the year of Jim Carrey, I have to admit. Dumb and Dumber, The Mask, and Ace Ventura. He was my idol back in the day. So yeah, yeah, I can remember somebody giving me the VHS tape, which was like rated 12, and I was only like 5 or 6. So yeah, no, I wish they did the second one. Actually, no, they did do a second one. It was absolutely terrible. But a third one with Jim Carrey would be a dream come true. Yeah, with that there was me fucking around with a camera. I thought it was quite interesting, isn't it? That was me with a torch. I was just like shining around and did a little time lapse of it. There's another one there. Yeah, I'm going out pissed with these lot tomorrow. We're going to a rugby club we've hired out, and we're going to get absolutely. Well, I'm not, because I need to get home. So yeah, Jim Carrey was great. He went off the wagon a little bit, like when he did that. Oh, what's it called? That comedian movie, is it Andy something? Is it Andy Kaufman? No, it's not. No. But yeah, that was a bit odd and weird. But yeah, so tomorrow is going to be an absolutely. I've got 2 photographs on here to show how beefed I am. Right, let's get some photographs out of the way, and all diversity bollocks. Yeah, tell me about it. Yeah, my boot camp people are very anti that anyway, to be honest with you. Yeah, if you get them speaking, they will eventually say something. But yeah, this photograph here, I'm not going to read the description, but back in the day, people used to smoke absolutely indoors. But yeah, check this out. You've got a figure behind this woman right here. Very true, mate. Very true. Oh God! I just fucking revealed my surname, for fuck's sake. And here's another one. Here we are. You can see here a figure of a person. I'm not too sure what this could be. You know, a bunch of no offense, but these are what you call wine women or wine mums. You mostly find these sort of type of women that are like divorced in a nightclub with a bunch of like 19-year-olds filming herself going, you know, I don't need no man in my life. You know, I'm a single independent woman. It's like, love, you're a 45 going 50 woman in a nightclub with a bunch of 19-year-olds saying that you don't need no man and no child. Well, guarantee you're gonna fucking regret that in 10 years time, love. When you have no friends and you're basically unfuckable. No offense. But yeah, an outline of a person here. What else have I got on there? I think one more embarrassing photo. Here we go. Here, this picture was taken in my sister's house a few years ago. What make of it was you will put had just question things. At this time, that made absolutely no sense what I just said. At this time, there was a real smell of cigarettes, otherwise known as fags in this country, in the house, and no one was in my family's smokes. I don't know if that made any sense, but whether or not this is a real apparition of a person, your guess is as good as mine. Fake and gay, yeah, this is it. The thing is with pareidolia, I think someone mentioned it back in the chat, is that it's stuff like this you can make out as a face. Oh, you can easily see that you've got 2 eyes and a face there. I know with ectoplasm and then apparitions will become like this white mass haze. At the same time, yes, cigarette smoke can do that as well. And the guy said, the person said here, that this is a fag-free zone. I'm stirring the pot here. So yeah, it's a cigarette-free zone. So yeah, I don't know. Yes, all right, we go with that. Bunch of Saxons bollocks, definitely. Yeah, this is it. Right, that's enough. That was the only ones I could find. I tell you what, a lot of these ghost photographs that people upload, a lot of it's bullshit. A lot of it's like they film through a photo, like through a window. And a typical example, a classic one, is when they film the sun. And he got the dot, and they're going, "Oh, what the fuck's that? It's weird. It's moving in unison with the camera. It's like, the fuck is a lens flare? It's a lens flare, but these people are obviously new to the community and they're new to sky watching and this phenomena. And when they're told, it's like, look, it's just reflection in the sunlight. They can get a bit, funny about it. Don't like being told that they're wrong. I like to be told I'm wrong. Like, Nick, there is some information. You're full of shit. I'm like, right, okay, let's look into it. Let's do a video on it. And then it gets shadow banned even more. So, yeah, I think that is it for everything. Let me just check everything. Oh, yeah, by the way, coming up real soon, and I'm not joking, this is how stupid the community is. I did a video going back a couple of years ago on hold on, flipping, hey, how's it going, brother? How's it going, man? Yes, we'll talk about Wednesday's show in a minute. I'm not going to give anything away, but yes, I did a video a couple of years ago on the fact that if you put white vinegar in the bowl, right, it will actually get rid of chemtrails and clouds. I have never heard anything so fundamentally retarded in my whole entire life. I've done 10 experiments, excuse me, and this was the last experiment I did. This is the thumb now. Also, I got more musclier back then. Well, since then, and yeah, that'll be uploaded to the Cosmic Twilight channel soon. And it's just basically me having a good fun, having a good laugh, because it ain't going to work. I mean, how does white vinegar vapors are going to rise up 25,000 feet and disband or get rid of chemtrails? And I see videos and videos all over the chemtrail community saying that it actually works. Either these people are retarded, thick as shit, or just doing it to take the piss. I think these people are just thick as shit, to be honest with you. To be honest. So, yeah, yay, Aiden, man. Oh yeah, how's it going? But which movie did you watch? Did you watch a horror movie? No, and you, mate. What, Terrifier 3 again? So yes, right, we're gonna round up the show at the moment, and hopefully get Hayden's answer to what movie he's watched, because he does watch some, I know, gory movies. I know, I have to admit, the movies you watch is the movie that I would watch and would actually quite enjoy. Oh, it feeds. It sounds like a flipping horror movie. Let's Google it. It feeds. Oh yeah, no shit. Movie. I know my missus loves horror movies. There's one thing I haven't watched is It, the new It. Well, it's not really new; it's kind of old now, isn't it? But it feeds. I'll check that out, man. Pretty sure it's on the streaming services. You don't need to do an experiment to realize that, Nick. Yeah, I guess so. I guess I could just use satellites, isn't it, in one way. My 9-year-old boy is still playing The Bully on PS4. He loves it. Top game. All right, awesome, man. Oh, The Bully. Yeah, that's not on PS5. I thought it was. I'm pretty sure it's on the PS4. Yeah, the PS3 and PS4. I've got like a lot of old school games on there, man. It's pretty cool. But yeah, The Bully, PS2 game, isn't it? I think it was. Yeah, it's a bit like Manhunt, which is kind of even fun in PlayStation Store anymore, which kind of sucks because I quite enjoyed that game. It's me jumped a couple. It's fucking hell, Eden. It's me jumped a couple of times, but my little one loved it. Oh, that's good, man. You would love to go bit horror movies when you were a kid, you know. So, what else we got here? I think that's everything. Right. So yes, Wednesday on Hidden Underbelly's channel at 9:30, we're going to be interviewing a YouTuber. I'm not going to name who it is because it's going to be a bit of a surprise. He's got a decent following, but he's captured some footage that I went, oh, it's this. But then I looked into it. I was like, oh, hold on a minute. Like, that's just me. Anyone's going to say that, oh, it's clearly this. But as we're going to go through and let this guy explain, I think he captured something really interesting. And I hope you guys can come and join us on Wednesday on Hidden Underbelly's channel at 9:30. And that's going to be on Wednesday. And oh no, Thursday. Thank you, Hidden. Yes, Thursday. Do apologize. Again, not Wednesday, Thursday. Okay, Thursday at 9:30. Hidden will pull out the thumbnail and everything like that, and which I still need to do for you, brother. And you'll get it beforehand, so you can go check it out. But you want to go see it, honestly, because I think it's gonna be a banger of a show. And this guy goes to restricted areas or some areas and captures stuff. And he's a YouTuber as well. All right, I'm gonna get into that when we're bad spelling. Yeah, sorry bad. Mate, it was all good, all good. So yeah, it's gonna be 9:30 p.m. UK time, guys. And I think in America it's like 4 o'clock, 4:30, 5, something like that. But nevertheless, looking forward to seeing you guys there. I don't want to miss it. It's going to be good. And I hope, hopefully, Hidden, he does turn up, because if he doesn't, I'm not prepared for the show. Do you want to prepare anyway, for just in case he don't turn up? But we'll see. I'll get something ready anyway. So yeah, that is it. Bill Cooper. I thought it'd be quite interesting. And me and Hidden, I actually wanted to do a show on Bill Cooper, because there's like so much information and so many presentations we could talk about, like for flipping ages for it. So this is just a basic background on Bill Cooper, what he's talking about, and whether or not if you think it's real or not is entirely up to you. So say goodbyes now, chat, because I'm gonna shoot off because I've got a busy day tomorrow. And yeah. So look, I'm just gonna go through, just make sure I've got everything done in my inventory. Oh, I tell you what, just one more thing. Right, come say goodbyes now, guys. I'm just going to show you one more thing. So this is my run of beans. Yeah, it's going to show you something private now. Yeah, this is my run of beans, right? I've got over 600 of them. And what's going to happen, that's what it looks like at the moment. But this is the finished product, and it's going to look like that, all right? That's my little teepee. That's me in there. It looks like a flipping serial killer, don't I? But yeah, that's what it looks like in the next couple of months. So I'll keep you all posted and all that. So yeah, there we go. May run up beans, may. That's all right. It's my garden. That's my melons, by the way. That's my greenhouse for all my melons. A little melon there. Yeah, that's my garden. Nice, isn't it? Tomato plants, not cannabis, by the way. And all petunias and my lovely lilies and everything. So there we go. Right, enough of that gay stuff. Right, let's do it. And yes, Sheepop, thank you so much. John Strokes, thanks for being here. Drumstick, much appreciated. Hidden, see you Thursday, my brother. I was going to say Wednesday then. Rotary, One True Saxon. What else we got here? DW, if you're still here. Rotary Matrix, I think I said you already. Can't remember. Corbell's Cat. And Benjamin Music Man, if you're still here as well. Sorry, Benjamin Man in Music. I do apologize. You got the same name as someone else that comes in, Benjamin Music Man. So I get confused by the two. Sonia, if you're still here, and Bob Lazar and all that. So yes, that's it. Oh, and Mark G. Yes, Mark G. Before I forget. But yeah, thanks for Corbell's Cat. Yeah, that's it, guys. That's it. I'm gonna shoot, and I'll catch you next week for another show on Alien Addict. No idea what's going to be no idea what it's going to be about, but nevertheless, I'm pretty sure jam-packed with. I'm pretty sure I will jam-pack your face with loaded information. That came out completely wrong. Chinese eyes, man. That's what happened. But yes, right. See you next week on Alien Addict. And just remember, they're watching you, watching us, watching them, the bastards. See you next week.
Oh yeah, by the way, if you still want to join my UFO club, you must look like this. Redhead with glasses, hot and spicy, and with a filthy personality. All right, okay. So please, because I'm the only one by faking gay club. But anyway, yes. Yeah, thanks to everyone in chat. Much appreciated. I was trying to make it funny there, but it didn't come out. It's what happens when you fall 22 hard. But yes, Rotary. Need to send me PM. What's PM? PM. PM. What's that? Rotary. You got literally 5 seconds to answer. 3, 2, 1. Rotary. What's PM? Needs to send Nick a PM. Oh, personal message. Right. Okay. Right. Fucking stupid idiot. I'm an idiot, man. Yes, please do. But yeah, I'll catch you next week, guys. Have a good weekend. And yeah, see you next Friday or Thursday on Hidden Underbelly. See you later.